What is the deal? What's happening with y'all, man? We alive. We in full effect, man. Much love, much peace to everybody. Let me make sure they sent out the alert. Make sure they sent the alert out. Wait for y'all to come on in the building, man. Much love to everybody in the building. So it looked like the alert is out, and we in here. All right, we in here. Whoa, what up with you, Louisiana gal? What's up with you? How you doing? How you doing? Let's get this dub. I think the Pelicans gonna win tonight, Bree. I honestly think the Pelicans gonna win tonight. Did y'all see? Whoa, Fist, what's happening with you? Did y'all see that they starting DeAndre Jordan again? What up, Pelicans, Nola? Say too early, you wasn't even on the screen. Oh my God. No, look, I was on before, and then I had to go in the other room to grab my phones. What up with you, Q? What up with you? I think the Pelicans gonna win tonight. Cause see, look, Bree, I got this phone here. I got this phone here. That's 2. And I got this phone here, so that's 3. I had to go grab my phones. Yeah, DeAndre Jordan starting tonight. You heard me right. DeAndre Jordan was announced as the starter tonight. Trey Murphy not playing. Louisiana gal. That's why he's starting. Yeah, Q, Bree, Fist. Pelicans, Nola, DeAndre Jordan is back in the starting lineup. My dog, what's happening, homie? He said, I can only wish it was the end of the Zion era. What's up, Chaz? Now, look, the reason I posed that question, shout out to my dog, the reason I posed that question with a question mark is because it's like, look, seemingly it's not the end of the Zion era, but it could potentially be a new beginning of the Zion era in a different iteration, whereas Zion is no longer considered to be the de facto cornerstone guy. He's just another guy on the team, and it seems like they could be ushering that new wave into the team moving forward. Like this new iteration of the Pelicans, where you got young guys like Jeremiah Fears, you got guys like Sadiq Bey, like a more quote unquote well-rounded team, to where Zion isn't your de facto. He's not dragging the wagon. Pause. He's not the mule of the team carrying the heaviest workload. As you've seen this year, his usage has gone down. Whoa, what up with your Nola Ant? What up, King Ramsey? As you've seen, his usage has gone down. My question is, will that continue in the event that they have a new coach? Based on getting him to play as many games as he played, do they view that as a victory? He say, y'all, wow. What up, Trey? What up, Real Louisiana guy? Say another DeAndre Jordan start, and people want to tell me Borrego has earned his job. I have no idea what the fuck the thinking that goes into this, because check this out. This will make it even worse, Louisiana gal. Isaiah Stewart isn't playing tonight. I think Isaiah Stewart has been listed as out. So if he's not playing tonight, why you got DeAndre out there? I guess you want DeAndre to defend Jalen Duren. I guess that's why he out there. But what sense does this really make? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Wargrave say civil rights leader DeAndre Jordan is back. Zion era should have ended 2 years ago. He's good, but he's a number 2. I think that's a fair assessment personally. Yeah, that's why I had to pause that shit, my dog. I was trying to be mature and use it from him dragging the wagon as a mule or a horse. I tried to use that, metaphor, but yeah, it's real palsy. Very palsy. But shout out to everybody in the building, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button as y'all join in. Q say no way Borrego earned this job. This motherfucker is crazy. Like, I don't understand like the line of thinking that goes into it. Now, mind you, DeAndre Jordan hasn't played in several games at this point. So now he goes right back to starting. Come on, son. Like, what are we doing here? And this is how you know the Pelicans don't really have an identity, and they don't believe that they have an identity. Because if you had an identity, you would stick with your plan no matter what happens. Like, yo, we play this way every night. This is our principles. This is how we start games. This is who we start. This is how that goes every night. But the fact that they keep fucking around with this starting lineup and playing guys who hadn't even played recently, It's mind blowing to me. Like it's no justification for starting DeAndre Jordan, and it's not an insult to DeAndre Jordan. This is no justification for this whatsoever, in my opinion. None whatsoever, man. Can y'all see me and hear me clearly? Y'all let me know, man. Y'all let me know. Frosty, what's happening with your homie? Lee Sanford, what's happening? Raphael says JB strikes again. Yes, man. We had a good conversation. Me and my dog Elvin had a good conversation about James Borrego and some of the shortcomings last game with the Knicks. Some of the game management, not being able to get guys subbed in, and taking Fears out of the game, putting Dejounte back in the game for almost no reason, wasted a timeout, just this total fumbling of the game. Now, you know what I'm saying? It was a 2-point game at the 4-minute, 8-second mark. It's just stupid. Like, you could have won this game. Bottom line, you could have won that game, and you choked it away. And the Pelicans give up a 3 to start the game to Tobias Harris. Okay. Say who gonna shoot the ball tonight? It's gonna have to be Sadiq Bey and Dejounte, man. Herb gonna have to fire off about 10, 12 of them motherfucking threes again. We're gonna need Herb to shoot about 14 of them bitches. I'm interested to see if Jordan Poole gets some minutes tonight. I'm very interested to see if Jordan Poole gets some minutes tonight. Okay. DeAndre Jordan get the first bucket. Okay. 3 people starting who can't shoot the ball. Yeah. Look, last game they had a lineup of Derrick Queen, Eve Messi, Jeremiah Fizz, Herb Jones, and Zion Williamson. That was a real lineup they put in that game last game. Ridiculous. Mondal said, Chaz, why don't they just pivot and trade for a real fringe star? I don't think many are available, to be honest, Mondal. Like, that's kind of why, in years past, you had situations like, oh man, they might be looking to trade I'm trying to think of a good example. Like Damian Lillard. They might be looking to trade Anthony Davis. They might be looking to trade this person. Recently, you haven't really seen much of that. Like, kind of the guys you've seen get traded, like with Trae Young, Anthony Davis now, Luka to a lesser extent. Luka's like an anomaly. But Trae Young and Anthony Davis, those are guys that kind of like, I don't want to say past their prime, but the roles is kind of, is... I don't want to call them, I'm not calling nobody like washed up or nothing like that. They just aren't as good as they once were. Like, they aren't thought to be as good as they once were. So I don't know if there's ever a situation right now to where you'll see another superstar caliber guy being put on the market. Like, you know what I'm saying? Again, the James Harden shit. James Harden, 35 years old? Maybe we see a situation with Giannis, and even now it's like we've been on Giannis watch, about 3 years in a row now? You feel me? It's just... I don't know that any of those particular guys are available right now. Q said, I don't want to see Poole play rest of the season. Hey, it might happen. Say, Tiz, if Detroit shoot goods from the 3, I'm going to know something. Yeah, look, and Tobias already hit one, Bree. Louisiana gal say, I've been thinking about your Derek Lively trade suggestion. He might be the perfect trade target. Look, that's my position on Derek Lively as well, because buy low candidate, had some injuries, but when he was playing, that dude was a monster. That dude was a monster. Like, and at one point, people forget, there was like Derek Lively, he could even fucking bring the ball up the court in certain situations. He had started kind of experimenting with shooting threes a little bit. Very, very small sample size. But he was a guy who was on an upward trajectory before the injuries. And the injuries, nothing that really like sap his athleticism long term. It's like, they misdiagnosed him. He had I think with an ankle injury, and then he went and had surgery on his foot. He's going to have a long recovery process. Right now, he's walking with a cane, if I'm not mistaken. But he'll have the whole summer to get back to 100%. He's going to, slow walk this, no pun intended. According to him, he's like, I'm not going to rush back, period, based on being misdiagnosed in the past by Dallas. So I do think there's a chance that someone takes a flyer on a guy like that. And there's also a chance that, Dallas tries to see if it can work with him, depending on what they do in the draft. I think if they draft the center, Derek Lively's gone. But there's a chance that they try to see if it can work with him and Cooper, because he's still young on a rookie scale deal. I think he got about 2 years left. So they got to make a decision now before they ultimately have to give him an extension. They need to make a decision if he's going to be a part of the future now. Like, they need to make a decision now. Yeah, I agree, Lee. I think Messi should have started tonight's game, personally. Just like again, if the question is, oh, that was a nice ass pass. If the question is, can Eve Messi develop? Like, can he be, one of those guys who's a high level rotational big? You have to consistently give him minutes and put him in situations versus some of the better players in the league. I would have liked to see Eve Messi match up against Duren tonight. Not that Duren wouldn't have destroyed him, most likely, but I would have liked to see that. Like, kind of like in his rookie year. You can't just start a motherfucker here and there and then wonder why, or give them minutes here and there and then wonder why they're not developing. These people need the same role night in, night out to find a rhythm. Louisiana Gas, do you think Mike Miller has finished training and all of this offseason to send him elsewhere? I think he'll send him elsewhere. Whoa, shout out to my dog Mike Slim 504. Welcome to the membership, homie. Welcome to the membership, man. I'm gonna have to post that story time again. We got a new story time dropping tomorrow. As well. So y'all be on the lookout for that. I'm thinking I'm gonna do the live tomorrow too. I think we're gonna do the membership show and the live tomorrow. Y'all let me know if y'all wanna go live tomorrow versus Toronto and Tiny Dog, man. Y'all let me know if y'all wanna do that. Because I'm down. We only got a few games left. We might as well finish the season strong. But I think Mike will have him working out of town. Based on some of the development that he's already shown, I think he might be one of Mike Miller's golden goose or golden geese, however the phrase goes when it's plural. I think he might be one of Mike Miller's like yo, this guy, we hit a home run with this guy. Now we got to pour all of our resources into making him the best he could possibly be. And I think they're more likely to do that outside of New Orleans. I'm sure he'll spend some time in New Orleans, probably ingratiating himself a bit. But they're more likely to do that outside of New Orleans, I would think. Let me see. The organization is so bad. In the pregame, they put up a graphic that the Pelicans are 3-20 without Herb. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Yeah, I be wanting to say so much, but I don't want it to come across like I'm dogpiling on a motherfucker. So that's why I kind of stopped saying certain things because I don't want to like make it like I'm attacking someone. My dog say running it back and not be an option. We need a roster shakeup. Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree, man. Shout out to my dog. I appreciate becoming a member, bro. Like, to me, running it back would symbolize, that you didn't learn anything. And now there's starting to be a few articles coming out. About that Pelicans Herb Jones contract and that extension being bad. Because, again, Herb is having the worst year of his career so far. So a few articles are coming out like, yo, that extension is starting to look like a mistake. And like, yeah, motherfucker, it was a mistake. It was a mistake to even consider it, honestly, but it is what it is. Oh, yeah, that's another thing Louisiana Gal say he definitely Mike Goldenchild since he lost Ja. Ja don't even have an agent. Ja got to find an agent this offseason, bro. He got to find an agent this offseason. Because it's like, if he hasn't signed with one later in the season and I missed it, he got to find a motherfucking agent. Because it's going to even be hard to negotiate and trading for him. Because if you're trading for Ja, you almost probably got to guarantee an extension just to keep things, mellow in the building. But how you going to negotiate an extension? He ain't got no agent. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see here. This is going to be a low-scoring game, Bree. Yeah, I think so. I think so as well. There's going to be a lot of motherfucking twos. There's already a sloppy game. Turnovers, weird shots. This is about to be a game look like it's out the 70s. Oh, my God. That was terrible defense. Say a lively Bagley front court kind of moves me. Hey, you got to take on some of these distressed assets. Austin say, I must not be familiar with Lively's game. I thought he was a defending live threat. Yeah, he can run. Boy, I thought Zion about to dunk on that boy. He should have dunked on him, though. That was a weak-ass lay-in attempt. He should have dunked that shit. That was weak from Zion, in my opinion. Yeah, Lively can run. He can rim run. He can defend the rim well. He can rebound well. I think Lively, his form is solid, in my opinion. I think he could become a guy that could average maybe 2 3-point attempts a game, something along those lines. He's not going to be motherfucking Kevin Love, but I think he's a guy that could potentially average about 2 3-point attempts a game. Say once upon a time, we had a chance to get Jason Tatum for BI and we didn't make the trade. Now, I never heard that one. I never heard Jason Tatum for Brandon Ingram. That one I never heard. I ain't gonna hold you, son. I ain't never heard that one. But if that was possible and we turned up our nose at it, they're as dumb as we suspect them to be. They're as dumb as we suspect them to be, truthfully. Louisiana Gal said, I don't like that no one on the Pels has said anything about these Zion Fears hand injuries. No one in the media has asked either. They've been hurt since January. That is kind of weird. Like, because you would think, like, every time they cut to Zion on the bench, there's a medical person working on his hand. There's a medical person, like, working on his hand and, you know, retaping it or rewrapping it. Well, what up, Sco? And it's like, no one's asked about that. Or maybe they asked about it behind the scenes and felt like it's not, like, newsworthy, but if you do notice a person is shooting less and they have a new wrap around their hand that coincides with them shooting less, you don't think that's like newsworthy? Like, you know, that's something you should talk about? I don't know. I don't know. I didn't like that Zion gamble right there. Zion tried to go gamble on a double team to help Herb. Gave up an easy bucket. Zion is starting this game off bad in my opinion. Say that was a rumor. Now I heard AD for Brown. Now y'all know I've been a Jaylen Brown believer from the beginning. I think Jaylen Brown's the MVP. And in hindsight, the Pelicans trying to be greedy, trying to potentially get Tatum and Brown for Anthony Davis, I think they shot themselves in the ass with that. You should have just picked one of them dudes and went on about your business. Because Jaylen Brown's having an MVP caliber year. Now, one can say he's rising to that occasion because he's in such a great organization with a great coaching staff. One can say that maybe he doesn't do that if he comes to New Orleans. But, boy, I would like to find the fuck out. Boy, this is a terrible game. This is a terrible game. Oh, my God. I should have probably waited for the Toronto game. Finally, he tries to dunk. There you go. Yeah, yo, Jalen Duren a big motherfucker, Bree. Jalen Duren is a big motherfucker. And he been the same size as he was a rookie. He one of the man-child motherfuckers. He one of the man-child people. Like, if that dude was about 2 inches taller, man, that dude would be so fucking... Oh, my God. What is the... Dog, this is just such low IQ basketball, dog. And Dejounte Murray, that's why I'm more than willing to move on from Dejounte Murray. Again, the Pelicans do this all the time. I've seen Herb do this, and I've just seen Dejounte do this. You never save the ball under the opposing team's rim. Let the ball go out of bounds. Don't save the ball under the opposing team's rim. Just don't do it. Don't do it. That's 2 games that I've seen the Pelicans do that, and it led to buckets each time. It's just, come on, bro. Come on. Jesus Christ. Let me see. Now, yo, let me ask y'all about this. Because I posted the question, because now we speaking about Derek Lively. You know what I'm saying? We speaking about Ja a little bit. What are y'all standings on, what is y'all stance, rather, on Kyrie Irving? How do y'all feel about the Pelicans potentially targeting Kyrie Irving? Most of you tired of watching Dejounte? You ready for Fears? Yeah, I understand that, especially after how Fears played last game. Say Jalen Duren been built the same since he was a freshman in high school. Oh, yeah. That dude, he got a hell of a strength and conditioning program. I wish the Pelicans was like, yo, what are you doing? Like, what are you working on? Try to pick up some motherfucking pointers. I know my eyes deceived me, and I didn't just see Jordan Hawkins at the scores table. I know my eyes deceived me, and I did not just see Jordan Hawkins at that scores table. I know I ain't see Jordan Hawkins at that scores table. I know my eyes is deceiving me, and what I'm looking at is a mistake. I know that's not Jordan Hawkins at that motherfucking scoring table. I'm not, you know what? I'm not even gonna really consider that. I'm not even about to really consider that. I'm not even about to consider that. That's not Jordan Hawkins. That's not Jordan Hawkins. That's not Jordan Hawkins. Like, I'm tripping. I'm wearing these glasses. These glasses are for like the blue light on the screen. So that gotta be fucking with my vision and my perception. That is not Jordan Hawkins checking into this game. That ain't Jordan Hawkins. That ain't Jordan Hawkins. Yeah, call timeout, because we all dazed and confused. I must be drunk, because that's not Jordan Hawkins. My dogs, I would cry tears of joy if they got Kyrie. Louisiana Gals, you know, I asked for Kyrie in January. Give me a killer that's one perfect leader for Fears. I'm trying to understand. Wait, did y'all see that too? Or am I tripping? Did y'all see that too? Does that look like Jordan Hawkins to y'all? Because that look like Jordan Hawkins to me. That look like that could be Jordan Hawkins. But I might be tripping. So did y'all see that too? Because maybe Fears cut his hair and he just look a little different. So is that Jordan Hawkins? Man, these dudes, man, they gotta jump Borrego. They gotta pack him out. They gotta pack him out like he joining the Inglewood family bloods. They gotta pack this motherfucker out. Ain't no way in the world you just put this man on this team. I mean, put this man on the floor. He ain't played in months. Nah, Fist, because you say you gotta play Hawk to trade him. I think that ship has sailed. That ship has sailed with Hawkins because even with Poole, it's like, fuck, it's been months at this point. You know, it's like people pretty much know who they are now. What's the point of this? Now look, Fear's beefing with Borrego. I got narratives to push. Now that's interesting. Now one thing that I think they will do, because Dejounte was questionable and he ended up playing today. He probably won't play tomorrow. I don't know, understand why they played him today. Honestly, I would think you would play him on the second night of that game, but whatever. On the second night rather, but whatever. But they played him today. Trey will probably play tomorrow. I'm trying to understand why Hawk is the first off the bench. Why is Hawkins the first off the bench and not Fears, who just had a great game last game? I don't understand that. Like, I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. You say Borrego got nostalgia of Hawkins scoring 25 in Detroit last year. Maybe. Yep, Fears is still on the bench with a fucking hoodie on. Okay. Oh, that's an offensive foul. That might be a flagrant. Oh, that's bogus. That is bogus. Yeah, yo, I really like the idea of bringing Kyrie in because, for one, Kyrie, to me, he don't seem like a person that would dislike the market. You know, Kyrie, a earthy guy, down to earth type person. I don't think he's a person that would dislike being in New Orleans. Firstly, secondly, Kyrie fucking cold, and honestly, that's the type of person I want Jeremiah Fez to pattern his game after. It is Kyrie. I don't know why they challenged that in the first quarter, because that was a total like inconsequential play. Honestly, that didn't make a ton of sense to me. That didn't make a ton of sense to me. And this is a very interesting lineup right here. This is a very interesting lineup. I don't. What the fuck? Okay, who was supposed to be guarding Duren right there? Someone totally ignored Duren. Whose fault was that? That looked like that might have been on Hawkins. Oh my lord. This is awful, bro. This is awful. Oh yeah, there's nobody in the league that could guard Kyrie. There's nobody in the league that's guarding Kyrie Irving. Period. In my opinion. This is an unbelievable game. Like, the game just started and it's already unbelievable. That should have been an and one on that Zion dunk. So here's the rationale they're gonna use, y'all, for playing Hawkins. And there's no knock on Hawkins. The rationale they're gonna use is Trey is out and we need some shooting. That's what they're gonna say. Trey is out and we need some shooting. Basically, like that's going to be the conversation. Trey is out, we need some shooting. So if Trey is out and you need some shooting, why you play Hawkins of all people? Unless, and I'm probably shooting some bail here inadvertently. The only thing I can see the reason for them playing Hawkins is if they don't think Trey gonna play tomorrow either, and they don't want Poole to play in a back-to-back, and Poole gonna play tomorrow. Cause I see Fears and DQ coming in. There's only a 1-point lead. That lead probably gone. What the fuck? Like, come on, man. D-Cell, they traded Zion. That's the question, right? I don't necessarily think Zion. Oh my God, Derek, what was that? I don't necessarily think that Zion has done much to improve his trade value. I mean, he's played in games, sure, but he hasn't like been incredible in my opinion. I think he's had some incredible moments, but he hasn't been consistently incredible. I think they're gonna go ahead and extend Zion. Hopefully, it's for hometown discount, because I don't think Zion has really done much to justify a $45 million a year contract and no shit like that. Personally, I can see something like maybe like 3 years, 3 years, 110, something like that. Or even like 280, a 280 extension. You know what I'm saying? 2 years, 80 million extension, something along those lines. But the reason you do that also is so you could keep tradable salary on the roster. Because this is, oh my God, dog. The Pelicans are terrible at the rim. What is happening, dog? What is happening? Yeah, look, I hope that's what it is, Squallow. Like, Hawk, you got to go out there and have the best game of your motherfucking career. This is, oh my God. Like, this lineup make you, like, wonder, like, do you know you don't have your pick? Great drive and finish right there by DQ. Like, motherfucker, do you know we don't have the pick? Are you aware? But I think the Pelicans can win this game, y'all. I do think the Pelicans can win this game because I don't trust Detroit's offense. Let me see. Yeah, so say they won't be able to trade Poole. I think Hawk might be redeemable to a team. See, that's the thing. I think with Hawkins, him in particular is going to be interesting because him on a $7 million contract is just a total misuse of resources. But you got to have tradable salary. I think if you attach Hawkins to a Poole and you could get up to like $41 million in expiring salary, I think that becomes attractive to a team. Oh, whoa, shout out to 504 boy. I appreciate you, homie. I appreciate you, big dog. I think attaching Hawkins to, Poole or to Poole and Looney could get you near $50 million expiring. And that'll be really attractive when you take, Eve, you got to make that Eve. If you're not going to swing that pass right there to Hawkins, you got to make that lay-in, brother. Look, Hawk calling for the ball. Hawk trying to prove himself. He calling for that motherfucking rock. Hawk calling for that basketball. Hawk like, yo! Y'all see Hawkins in the corner? Hawkins, he calling for that motherfucking basketball, son. Yo, you know what's crazy? Bro? Hawkins hasn't played most of the year. And you would swear to God that he would have dedicated that time to just getting in the weight room and he would have came back like, 185. Oh my God, Derek. Oh my God. Oh my God, Derek. Oh my God. 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 Man, Derek probably can't jump rope. He probably can't jump rope. God damn, that was bad, son. Oh my God. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Oh my God, dog. Oh my God. That's all I can say is, oh my God, dog. Oh my God. Just, man. All right, dog. Louisiana gal said, I was in the comments in January asking for the Pels to give Andrew Reed's little brother a 2-way deal. Last night he had 27 and 17. Hawkins! Let's go, Hawk! Let's go, Hawk! Let's go, Hawk! See, we wasted 2 picks on this blob. Oh man. We did the show last night, bro, and we was talking about DQ and, his potential and things like that. I still think the potential is there, certainly. And I'm a Derek Queen believer, but my expectation has lowered significantly. I'll say that. My expectation has lowered significantly. Oh, my God. Yeah, that was bad. That was kind of bad. It's just certain things you too tall to be doing. Great defense right there by Yves Messi. Look at Hawkins transition. Find Hawkins. Find the hot hand. Find the hot hand. Fizz, you got to get that ball to Hawkins right there, bro. You got to get the ball to Hawkins right there. Find the hot hand. But see, that's the thing, too, with Andrew Reed's brother. I got to find out bro name. But with Andrew Reed's brother, I believe he's with the Wizards, right, Louisiana Gal, if I'm not mistaken? Is he with the Wizards right now? Cause I saw him put up some good numbers. Like, right now in the NBA, bro, if you can't score, you just in the motherfucking way. Because they got so many dudes out here that can come off the street and just put up numbers, like give you buckets. Julian Reese, shout out to Julian Reese. They got so many people in the league right now, bro, that can just come off the street and give you buckets. And the fact that you got great defense right there by Derek Queen, but it didn't matter. It did not matter. So if you got a guy, especially someone you drafted, like a Derek Queen, for example, and you think he's going to consistently struggle to get you 20 points, that is not that is not a recipe for success, because you'll find yourself in a situation where you're asking. They put Zion in for the last 5 seconds of the quarter. So what if he misses? What if the guy at the line misses this free throw? Then what use of would that substitution had been? What if he misses this free throw and you get the rebound, but you don't have enough time to go coast to coast? Like what? And he just missed. He just missed. Did it work? Hey, it worked out. It worked out. It worked out. Well, they're going to review that. Let me see. They're going to review it. They're going to review it. Did he did it? Yeah, he got it off. He got it off. Pause. He got it off. Pause. See, where's future Piston Trey Murphy at? Trey Murphy is not playing tonight. I think he'll play tomorrow versus Tiny Dog. He'll play tomorrow versus Tiny Dog. 504 boys say Queen looked that bad. I thought Queen had some good moments last game. I thought he defended Cat well in the post. The offense was just really, lacking. But he defended Cat well in the post, I feel like. Boy, it's so many. I don't want to say that. Never mind. I don't want to say that because that's going to come across judgmental. Nah, fuck it. I'll just say it. This is my show. They got so many women missing their belly buttons now. Whoa, what up with your Trey Town? What up with your homie? They got so many ladies out there missing their belly buttons. It's just like, when you see women in crop tops now, it's like the belly button disappears and a new ass appears. Y'all notice that every time a belly button disappears or it just changes, a new ass appears. They should probably investigate that. Should probably get someone on the case. Man, what am I looking at on this screen? Hold on, because I'm watching man, what am I looking at, son? Did y'all just see this dude? Come on, bro. What am I looking at? Well, all right, son. Hold on. Let me look at the chat. Cause what the fuck? Bree said Juju low usage, high motive, big love when my bigs just rebound and defend. I think that's why you seen a guy like I always call this man Wendell. Marvin Bagley. I think that's why you seen a guy like Marvin Bagley have a successful year. Cause he just found his niche. You know what I'm saying? You need guys with the Pelicans who just who gonna do the dirty work, the grunt work, and gonna find their niche and just be. Cause you don't have to be the most talented motherfucker, and you just going 100 miles an hour. A lot of the times, like that's what you see with Josh Hart. Josh Hart's having a down year, but Josh Hart plays 100 miles an hour rebounding. He's the first guy on the floor diving for loose balls. That's why you seen Draymond. Now Draymond does have some talent, of course, but that's why you seen Draymond able to take over that starting position because Draymond played 100 miles an hour. He gonna defend like a fucking menace. He's undersized, but he's still gonna rebound like a big dog. That's why you gotta find guys like that, like with how they found with Juju. Like you gotta find guys like that who just, I'm gonna do whatever it takes for this team to win. And if they got some scoring capability, if they can give you 15 points as well, hey, that's icing on the cake. Cause a motherfucker like that has a role in the league. This person like Carlo. Like Carlo or Jose, for example. Carlo or Jose. Those guys have roles in the league. Shout out to Joe Dumars in his hometown. You know what I'm saying? Championship Joe. Like guys like that have roles in the NBA. Dakari, what's happening with your homie? You know what I'm saying? They have roles in the NBA. Like in certain situations, you might play those guys in 3-minute spurts, 5-minute spurts. If they don't have it tonight, go sit your ass down. If they do have it tonight, you play them extended minutes. Those guys make winning plays, man. It's all about positioning people in the best, spot to succeed. We are just getting killed at the rim. There's just no resistance at the rim, dog. In the pick and roll, back cuts, off of screens, you name it, we are getting killed at the rim. You name it, we getting killed at the rim. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I think Hawk trade value went up tonight. Look, if you bench Hawk right now, if you bench Jordan Hawkins right now, he's shooting 100% from behind the arc. You would be a fool not to trade for a player shooting 100% from three. You would be a fool not to trade for a player shooting 100% from behind the arc. This is the ugly ass lineup. This is the lineup. This might be worse than the lineup we saw in New York. Because remember, look, I just talked about this, like with the New York lineup. I just talked about this with the New York lineup, how the lineup was Fears, Herb, Queen, Zion, and Misi. This is pretty much a similar lineup. I don't know what happened to Carlo, because Carlo had a really nice game last game. Maybe they're just not going to play him tonight. You say, man, DQ so unethical. Derek got some things he needs to work on, man. He certainly has some things he needs to work on, and hopefully, he can round the turn and put it together. I want that kid to succeed, man. I really do. I'm calling him a kid. He's a grown ass man. I want that brother to succeed. Jay Black say Jordan Hawkins' defense is terrible. Yeah, it is. Unfortunately, he's one of maybe 13 people who play bad perimeter defense. Truthfully, Bree say you talking about the rim. I'm confused on why Detroit making three. Yeah. Tobias Harris hit one. That really blew my mind. But shit, I think Duncan Robinson playing tonight, if I'm not mistaken, as well, right? Is Duncan playing tonight? Say, my dog says to all the NBA teams, Hawkins is the best player you could trade for. Act now while supplies. Yeah, look, once we trade him, that's it. I don't want to hear nothing about, your phone's dead. You ain't have my number. Once we trade Hawkins, that's it. You're going to miss out. That's great defense by Zion. Great defense, better offense. That was great defense on Duran, but that was better offense. Duncan Robinson out, they still hitting. Oh, my God. That was great defense, better offense. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was, Fears. That was bad coaching is what that was. That was bad coaching. You let Javonte Green go coast to coast, bro. The Pelicans is just pathetic. This is pathetic. Javonte Green went coast to coast just now. No resistance at the rim. Derek Queen kind of half-ass contested. Oh my God. This is come on, bro. That was pathetic. Off a miss. Fears with a terrible shot. So far, every shot Fears has taken has been bad, to be honest. I think he's taken about two, 3 shots. Both of his 3-point attempts have been terrible. My God, Messi jogging up the court. Derek afraid to leave Duran right there. This is awful. This is awful defense. And Detroit's on the second night of back-to-back, right? They played a close game versus Atlanta last night, if I'm not mistaken, right? Close game versus Atlanta last night, I believe. I think they lost by 1 point. I think the Pelicans could win this game still, but it's just pathetic. It's just, seeing this is just crazy. My dog says Tobias Harris, 86 years old, still on the $100 million contract 5 years ago. Nah, they signed him as a free agent. I want to say last year. I guess the plan was to bring him on as a free agent and then trade him, use his salary as a tradable salary to take back a worse contract and an asset, but it just never came to fruition. And they've been so good, it's like they didn't have to. Like, JB Bickerstaff has been incredible for Detroit, dog. He really has been incredible. Like, seriously. He's seriously been incredible. Let me go to the box score real quick. Let me see what the fucking box score looking like, because this is mind-boggling. Yo, what up with your Bayou? What up, homie? Austin said Tobias held my sisters. I said my sisters. Oh my God, my bad. Tobias held my Sixers hostage. Yeah, Tobias had a run when he first got traded from Orlando. I think he was looking all right. And then it just never really came full circle. Like, it just never worked out totally. So far, Derek Queen 1 for 4, Jeremiah Fears 1 for 3, Eve Messi 1 for 3, Zion Williamson 3 for 5, Sadiq Bey 4 for 5. Okay, so we gotta figure this out. Okay, Messi's coming out, Hawkins is coming out, in comes Carlo and Dejounte Murray. I like that substitution because Eve is having a rough night tonight, in my opinion. I think they doing a solid job guarding Duran when they actually matching up on him, but Duran, he's making a couple of difficult shots. Like that last shot over Zion was a difficult shot, but he made it. Yo, shout out to Bayou Sniper. Bayou Sniper, man, drop the link in the chat, bro. If you have the link ready, man, drop the link in the chat so people can check out that interview, man. Shout out to you. Bree said DQ needs to get his attitude together because players who want the best of their job stay in the league just by giving effort. Yeah, that. Oh my God! This dude, Dejounte, dog. What the fuck happened? Like, what these motherfuckers in New York just partying? Was they at Studio 54? Was these motherfuckers in New York at Studio 54 partying and they still hung over? What was that? Did you see that miss? Did you see that miss? You know, oh boy, this motherfucker got a concussion. Jenkins might got a concussion. You see the Jenkins? Yeah, Jenkins he was a great find. He was a great find by Trajan. Great find by Trajan bringing him in. He been putting up some numbers. Say Tobias or the Hamburger, who got away with more free loot? No, whoa, what's that with your most hated? Man, nobody got away with more free money than probably Zion and Tiny Dog. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe Zion and Tiny Dog. But I'm gonna go with Tobias. Because Tobias keep him a contract. Tobias must just be a nice guy. A nice, agreeable human being. Like Bree kind of was saying earlier, if you got the right attitude, boy, you'll stick around. You will stick around a long time. Right attitude, right. That's why a motherfucker like Garrett Temple keep a job. He's got a good attitude and nice suits. Nigga have some nice suits. I ain't gonna lie. Let me see. Dakari said, I want to agree with you, Chaz, about the Pels winning, but come on, it's the Pels. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. And look, we just talked Jenkins up. Jenkins hit a 3 on cue. Bree, they hit another 3. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Yeah, this dude, Dennis Jenkins, trying to get paid. They going to have a lot of questions. You got to dunk that, Derek. Nice finish through contact, Derek, against one of the better defenders in the league. That was nice. That's the thing, too, bro. Like, Detroit sending bodies at people, but they don't got Isaiah Stewart. Isaiah Stewart is one of the best rim defenders in the league right now. He's not playing tonight. And they on the second night of a back-to-back. Man, you better attack Duran. Now, that's easy for me to say. Like, nigga, you better fight Debo back. But you got to fight him back because Duran a big motherfucker. Rebound. Come on, y'all. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Bree said Detroit is 7 for 10 from beyond the arc. Nice finish right there by Fears. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing. At some point, shit got to balance out. Right now, Detroit is hot from beyond the arc. At some point, that shit got to cool down and balance out. Great defense by Carlo. At some point, that shit got to balance out. So, when it balances out, you just got to stay close. You just got to stay close, stay within reach, stay within jabbing distance. And when it balances out, you'll be able to take advantage. Because at some point, they're not going to hit these threes. Because they don't shoot this well. So at some point, it's going to work out. At some point, hopefully. But they got a lot of guys like Dennis Jenkins, Peyton Watson. There's another cat, man. I can't think of his name. But guys who going into this offseason like, yo, bitch, what's happening? Even Marvin Bagley might have earned himself a nice little contract based on how he's played this year. It's just, is there enough money to go around for these guys? Oh my God. That's going to be the question, though. Is there enough money to go around for these guys? Because a lot of teams not going to have salary cap. Is the Nets going to just sign everybody? The Nets going to say, fuck it, we bringing everybody here. Like, is that what's going to happen? Because Watson just came back for Denver. I don't know if they can afford to keep him with the Bond contract. Detroit got some money. Detroit got some money. But it's like, what you gonna do? Like, is you gonna bring old boy back? And what he looking for? Is he looking for the full MLE? Like, what kind of money he looking for? Say at some point their hand gonna start hurting from punching us in the face. Yeah, they're like, damn, you gonna break your hand on our motherfucking jaw. Oh, Don Yeller said Zion broke dude's jaw. Yeah, I wish he really would have broke his motherfucking jaw. Cause that motherfucker came down the other end and hit a 3. Damn, Carlo, you can't miss both of your free throws. Good hustle right there by Zion. But Carlo, you can't miss both of your free throws. Zion playing with some intensity and some tenacity, so that's good. Zion still giving some effort, even with the bad hands or wrist or whatever the injury is, because y'all know they never told us the injury. So that's good. Austin say Zion want to go to Detroit. Shit, he balling. He must have getting tired of everybody talking that shit. Y'all don't, you don't think Isaiah Stewart getting extended? I think he is, bro. I think Isaiah Stewart getting extended. I think he getting extended, and I think they gonna look at him like, cause I think he's like that team's identity. Like, as far as like that toughness and that dog, it's hard to replace that with Isaiah Stewart. And he's also been one of the best rim defenders in the league this year. I think Isaiah Stewart gets extended. I ain't gonna lie. I think he gets extended. Austin said just saying he's coming out aggressive. Oh yeah, he's coming out very aggressive tonight. Early in the first quarter, he wasn't as aggressive, but he getting rebounds, getting to the line. You got to make your free throws though, man. Got to make your free throws. The Pelicans have missed about 4 free throws already, if I'm not mistaken. And they giving up and ones and shit. The Pelicans gave up like 2 and ones. Carlo been cheeks tonight. Carlo, you can't miss no free throws like that. Carlo missed a free throw. I think Zion is already Carlo missed 2 free throws. I think Zion has already missed 2 as well. So the Pelicans have missed 4 free throws so far tonight. You make your 4 free throws, this is a 1-point game. Now you sending Duran to the line. Yeah, I think Isaiah is they Draymond. I ain't gonna lie, I think so. D say Zion getting to the line. I think Jim D watching. Let's see, hold up. Let's see, Detroit has so many players to pay. Yeah, it's almost like the NFL, right? The way it's like you build a championship team or a championship caliber team, and now you got to pay all these motherfuckers after you've been won. Yeah, Zion's super aggressive tonight. Zion is super aggressive tonight. That was some shit. Zion look like Marshawn Lynch right now. Zion don't even play like this. He taking this shit personal tonight. And you got to keep doing it, man. Fuck these motherfuckers. Attack! Isaiah Stewart ain't even out there. Now, Zion abused Isaiah Stewart a couple times. But Isaiah Stewart ain't even out there, man. You got to attack these motherfuckers relentlessly. You in the building that Joe Dumars and Isaiah Thomas built. You in the building that Joe Dumars and Isaiah Thomas built. Man, you better go attack these motherfuckers. Let me say, Stewart's a bench player at $15 million. Trajan ain't paying more than that. I don't know. Cause Trajan ain't above offering bad contracts. You got to get cleared. Derek, you got to get clear. Derek stayed in the paint the whole time. And didn't even rotate the help. He stayed in the paint the whole fucking time and didn't rotate the help. Oh my God. Box out. Derek is he just not good, dog. I mean, he ain't. I don't know. Splashy say end of the Zion era. Did something happen? Well, it's more of a question. That's why I had the question mark up there, man. End of the Zion era. Good hustle by DQ right there. End of the Zion era from the standpoint of, do you think moving forward Zion would be the marquee guy on this roster, or would they say, all right, look, we clearly can't win with you even playing 60 plus games. We need to go find somebody that's equally good or better than you if we really want to contend. Like, it's enough of Zion being like considered the 1A guy. That's what I mean, the end of the Zion era. Say Zion must have got that deposit. I hope so. Zion, look right. Oh, what are you doing? Oh my God, Dejounte, what the fuck are you doing? Bruh, Dejounte drove. Zion, he's looking at Zion the whole time. Zion looking at him. Zion is right under the rim. All you had to do was dish it to Zion right there in the dunker spot for an easy 2 points. Easy 2 points. He overthought it, drove, kicked it to motherfucking Jeremiah Fears on the right wing, who missed a wide open 3. Why didn't you just give it to Zion in the dunker spot? Why didn't you just do that? You putting all kind of ketchup and mustard on that weak ass pass, and he missed the fucking shot anyway. Make the simple goddamn play. Come on, man. That's the shit that annoys me. You see the motherfucker out there balling, give him the ball. And it. Bruh. That's why, like me, I'm not a motherfucker looking to keep no Dejounte. I'm not gonna lie. I apologize for yelling, y'all. My bad for raising my voice. I'm not a person looking to keep Dejounte on this team. I'm trading Dejounte, ASAP Rocky, and it's not because I think he's a bad player. I just don't think he's what the team needs. He's not what the team needs. He's not what the team needs. I think his playmaking is lacking. I think he's turnover prone. This man got all the way to the rim, missed a wide open Zion underneath the rim in the dunker spot for an easy fucking dunk. Easy 2 points. Easy dunk. This man almost tore his motherfucking rotator cuff swinging that pass to Jeremiah Fears in the right corner. Jeremiah Fears is 0 for 3 from beyond the arc. Oh my God! Man, if you don't get this beanie weenie ass dude out of here, dog, that's enough, dog. That's enough, dog. That's enough, dog. That's enough, bro. That's enough. That's enough, bro. Shane, what up with you, bro? What up, Shane? That's enough, bro. That's enough, bro. That's enough, bro. That's enough, bro. This man is terrible, dog. This man has been fucking awful, dog. Good shit. Nice drive right there by Derek Queen. Nice drive right there by Derek. This man, Dejounte, has been awful, dog. This man has been awful, bro. He's been awful, dog. He's been awful, bro. He's been awful tonight. The last 2 nights. This man, this is... Oh, what up with you, Kiara? How you doing? How you doing, Kiara? Oh, look. Tomorrow, we got the membership episode dropping. We got the membership episode dropping to all the members, man. Much love to y'all. I'm going to record it tonight. So really, it's going to be like tonight. I probably upload it at like midnight or something like that. But the new episode dropping tomorrow, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. If you're in the building, hit the like button, man. Hit the like button, subscribe. Oh, my God. Now Derek missed both fucking free throws. Man, come on, dog. What, like, I hate, I'm not saying this like I'm the picture of health or nothing like that, but what's wrong with this team's nutrition? Everybody look fucking malnourished, like they on a feed the children, the thing. Everybody just look malnourished and weird and slow and sluggish. What the fuck? Is it in the water? Is it in the water? Man, please somebody Memphis, please take Dejounte off our hands. He perfect for the culture. Look, and his name DJ. And look, and you call him DJ. DJ is my name, and I came to bring the pain, and I'm on my chest. Got to be busting at these lemon lame. Shout out to Terrence Howard, man. Please trade for this man. Please trade. Oh my God, Herb. Oh my Lord. Oh my God. These niggas is worse than cold French fries. These niggas is trash, bro. Get these skinny motherfuckers off the team, dog. Get these skinny, not good motherfuckers off the team, dog. Please, please, I beg of you. These motherfuckers is cheeks. Jesus Christ. Man. This is unbelievable. Nah, game. What up, game? Look, they took Hawkins out. Hawkins had an all right game. Hawkins shooting 100% from behind the arc. Hawkins shooting 100% from behind the arc. And that's clearly off on Dejounte. Man, that's why Dejounte be talking all that shit. Yeah, you know, me just being a winning player and then a competitor, I want to go out there and play good for the Pelicans and make sure that the fans out here in New Orleans know that we're here to play for them. You know, we want to win. I didn't want to go out here and just mail it in and you know, be one of those guys who just sitting on their ass collecting the paycheck. I wanted to come out here and show we could be competitive and give a preview of how we could have looked all season if I was here. Man, you been trash. Man, nobody don't hear that shit. You been trash. You need to go. You need to go. You wasn't even good last year. You need to go. Hear that shit. Man, fuck out of here, man. I don't hear that. You gotta get out of here, cuz. It is what it is. It ain't personal. You gotta go. I'm one of the people that wanted Dejounte on the team. He just not good. Like he's not what the team needs, man. He's not what the team needs. He needs to go somewhere where he can, you know, he needs to go to someone like Houston, where Houston got like other, you know, talented players that can help supplement him. The Pelicans don't have enough talent on this roster to where Dejounte could get away playing bad. Like right now, he's playing very bad. He's turnover prone. He's mistake prone. He don't got no feel for the game, in my opinion, as a point guard. It's just not working. He's bad in the clutch also. It's just not working, bro. It's not working. It's not working, dog. And I don't mean it in a personal way, a personal attack. I'm happy he's back from Achilles injury. I wish him well. But he needs to take his talent somewhere else. It's this, no. No, bro. No. Fuck out of here, man. No. This man came into the game and just I think it was like a 2-point game when he checked in or something like that. The game was close. Oh yeah, I'm not protecting Herb or Dejounte in the expansion draft. In fact, I'm calling you and saying, you know, Dejounte from Seattle. You don't want to take him to Seattle. I'm calling Vegas and Seattle myself. Fuck that. Oh yeah, they can't afford. Well, it would have to be via trade, right? Like for example, if they try to do the trade in the league year before the new league year starts, most hated, they probably could do something like Fred VanVleet, and it'd probably have to be like Dorian Finney-Smith or something like that, and they can put that salary together to move on from Dejounte. But it has to be done before the league year. if I'm not mistaken. But I got to see if they're a second apron team because I got to see if they can aggregate salary also. Trey Thompson said, I'm still not happy Fields got benched for the Dejounte last game where Fields absolutely hooping. Yeah, I didn't understand that decision at all. I wish someone would have asked him about that. Like, what went into the decision to move away from Fields there? I think he was, 9 for 12 last night? Man, I remember asking, like, on Twitter, if the Pelicans had, if Detroit had James Borrego instead of Bickerstaff, would they have, would they be just as good this season? And you had people saying, yeah, I think their record would be the same. Man, get out of here. Man, stop it. Man, cut it out. Put the pipe down. No way in hell. No way in hell, bruh. Joe Dumars got to be watching this feeling some secondhand embarrassment. I still think the Pelicans can win. But, come on, bruh. This man just had 3 bonehead plays back to back to back. This man, Dejounte, came in the game, had 3 boneheaded plays back to back to back. And Detroit don't even fucking hit threes. Just, oh my goodness. Detroit, who don't even fucking hit threes, they've hit about 9 so far tonight. Again, things got to balance out at some point. They're going to start missing again at some point. But Jesus Christ. Then you got fear. Oh my God. You don't overhelp right there, Misi. Don't overhelp. Herb just shooting over a chair. I think they took Zion out because they plan on him playing tomorrow. Hey, what's up with your P-File? How you doing, sis? I think they took Zion out because they plan on him playing tomorrow. But Zion, my thing is, again, if you're going with the hot hand, just keep him in the fucking game. The dude was balling. Whoa, what's happening with you, Crispy? What's happening with your homie? Say Detroit 8 for 15. They starting to miss. Yeah, hopefully they continue. Hopefully that trend continues. If they get in the game with this might be being hopeful. If they get in the game with maybe 13 made threes, I think the Pelicans got a chance. But Jesus Christ. Then you talk about the missed free throws. I think Zion missed 2. Carlo missed 2 and Queen missed 2. So every chance you got to claw back into this game, you're blowing it. Already say Thompson twin locking DJ up. Yeah. Men cold. A man is a cold player. You talking about just gifted athletically, like him and his brother. Get this super gifted athletically. If he could ever become like a 34% corner shooter or something along those lines, that would be awesome for him. But good defense right there by Eve. That was great defense by Eve. I think that was a bullshit call. But that was great defense by Eve. In that situation, I think Herb has to get that rebound after that first denial by Eve Misi. Herb just standing right there. I'm not sure Herb would have had enough time to recover and get that rebound. But after that first denial, I would like to see Herb grab that loose ball, that 50-50 ball. Let me see. P. Fowler said, Joe Dumars will be making a huge changes because I just feel he does not like this. And it's a lost season, but with a major evaluation. Oh, yeah, I agree. I think, again, he's not a person that says a lot, but I'm sure he's very observant. And I'm sure he's seeing some guys under-deliver. And not to mention some of the things that have gone on behind the scenes, like some of the whispers about guys wanting to be traded. I'm sure they may have conveyed some of those desires to Joe. And some of those things ain't coming just from nowhere, truthfully. Crispy says Sean Marion twin. Ooh. I don't know. Sean Marion was such a freak of nature. I haven't seen enough of the Thompson twins yet to say that. But they are super gifted athletically. But Sean Marion was like a freak of nature at one time. The Matrix, that boy was cold. Zion went up to finesse right there. If you Zion right there attacking Duran, you got to go up and attack him right there with the intention on trying to pick up an offensive foul. Great defense by Eve. You got to go up right there with the intentions on trying to pick up an offensive foul. In my opinion. Good hustle by Eve again. Go through that motherfucker chest if you Zion in that situation. Oh, P. Fowler said, who asked for a trade? Can I give a hint? Well, Dejounte, of course, that was some discourse from last season going into this season. Also, you had the situation with Herb and his team potentially being interested in being traded to the Lakers. That's never really come out and been denied necessarily. And it did look a little weird. Look, we missed another fucking free throw. It did look a little weird optically that Herb played that one game versus the Lakers and then was out for a whole bunch of time. And before that, he was out a whole bunch of time. So, like, you missed a bunch of games, played the Lakers, then missed a bunch of games after that. Optically, it did look kind of questionable. Oh, my God. The only person can make these free throws tonight is Zion. What kind of shit is this? These dudes is pathetic, dog. This is just pathetic. This is just pathetic. That was terrible defense right there by Dejounte. Dejounte been a bum tonight. Dejounte been god fucking awful tonight. Seriously. He been god fucking awful tonight, dog. Like, he's been benchable tonight. This terrible across the board. Ain't done one. Look at this dude, dog. Look at this dude, bro. You gotta trade this dude by any means necessary. This man ain't done one good thing tonight. He been fucking terrible. Terrible defensively. Terrible across the board on offense. Just terrible. Terrible passing the ball. He just been terrible. He just been god awful terrible. Terrible. Jesus Christ. Terrible. Say Trey, first off, he couldn't hire the coach he wanted to remember. Oh yeah, Gail did want to keep Willie. That's why I don't like. Oh my God. Look at that. And then DeAndre Jordan right there. Can't get the fucking rebound. He's been not good also. No, the Pelicans probably had one good player today. And that's crazy. The Pelicans probably have had one good player tonight, though. Everybody else been god awful. They always looking like, then he always looking like he not at fault. Yeah, dude, Dejounte is not Mr. Accountability. I will say that. Yeah, he an ISO heavy guy. Very ISO heavy. And the thing is, that's cool if you got an elite first step or you just super duper powerful and you can move motherfuckers out your way. When you can't do that, you kind of, that looked like an offensive foul, but no call. If you can't do that, then, oh, that was a nice finish over the rim. Nice finish over the rim. Yeah, I think he's more of an undersized point guard personally. I mean, undersized shooting guard personally. I don't know if he's necessarily a point. I think he's more of an undersized two. And the thing is, Detroit not playing like especially physical. The Pelicans just missing free throws. We've missed 8 free throws already. Let's say you just hit 6 of those free throws. If you hit 6 of those free throws, it's a 3-point game. It's just like, what are these dudes looking like weenies out here, bruh? They just looking skinny and scary. Like, they can't hit no threes. They can't play no defense. They rotating slow. They can't secure the rebound. Box out. Nah, that was a half-ass. DeAndre Jordan didn't even challenge the fucking shot. He didn't even challenge the shot. So the man pretty much just shot a fucking free throw. No challenge. No challenge right there whatsoever. Zion, you got to move. All right. Sadiq, you going to... Okay. Okay. It worked. Okay. Dribbling the air out the motherfucking basketball. Dribbling the air out the basketball. Tracy said, y'all gonna keep beating that trade till it's dead in the water. It's done over with. We got a 27 first. Yeah, I would have preferred to keep, good hands right there by Fizz. I would prefer to have our first this year, but it is what it is, Can't cry over spilled milk, I guess. We can cry a little bit, though. I ain't gonna lie. If that pick ended up being like top 4, we could cry a little bit. That was a good recovery help defense by Zion. I think it was Zion's second block, something like that. Seems like that loss to the Knicks is still on their mind. It seems, it's very possible. It's very possible that it's on their mind still. They seem to be forcing it and kind of pressing a bit. What the hell? Was that what just happened? Did they foul Fears and I guess they just didn't call it? I don't even know what's happening here. It seems like to be a lot of confusion going on at the end of the half right here. Yeah. Okay. On the play-by-play, they called this a Zion Williamson turnover. That was Jeremiah Fears. I don't know. NBA.com or League Pass sometimes. I don't understand. I don't understand. Let's see. Hold on, get some of the comments. Say bench Murray for Fears. They did at the pool. Yeah, I think in the second half, man, you need to at least consider playing pool because again, it ain't like Murray played well, though. The last 2 games, the Pistons going on their run really coincided with Murray being back into the game. with Murray checking back into the game. That's when the Pistons went on their run, to be honest. Like, dude is just the last 2 nights. Whoa, what's happening with your Slim South to get the season over ASAP? Yeah, they only got about 8 more games. What up with you, B Thomas? What up, homie? Yeah, they only got about 8 more games. The last 2 nights, bro, when it was a close game, Dejounte checks into the game and the game just gets out of hand. The last 2 nights, and it's unacceptable, dog. It's unacceptable, and it's come on, man. It's just mistake-ridden basketball. Let's check the box score at halftime, man. Yo, if you're in the building, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button, man. Consider becoming a member. We got a new episode dropping tomorrow. So consider becoming a member. Well, it's going to be late tonight, like around midnight. I'm going to upload it. So we got a new episode dropping, man. Let's go through the goddamn, let's go through the box score here, bro. Let's go through the box score, y'all. The Pelicans are 8 for 16 at the free throw line. That's what sticks out the most. 8 for 16 at the free throw line, dog. 8 for 16. So you got into the line 16 times. Zion has gotten to the line 7 times, right? He's gotten 7 free throws, rather. So you're getting to the line. Make your fucking free throws. What are you doing? Shout out to Crispy Clean, man. Hit that like button. Let's get the 40 likes. Shout out to everybody in the building. Whoa, what up, Dubs World? What up? You say, why is Hawkins getting minutes? I really don't know. I wish I had an answer for you. I think Hawkins getting minutes because maybe Poole, like, man, I'm not playing. Fuck you, right? Maybe that's what's happening. And also Trey not playing. So, man. John said the Pistons can shoot better guarded than we can unguarded. It's pathetic. John, facts. Because, again, I think about that play, again, with Dejounte. It's 2-on-1. Dejounte got Zion in the dunker spot. Dejounte gets his man to bite on the drive. All he had to do was dish it to Zion in the dunker spot. He swing passes it all the way to Jeremiah Fez on the left wing, and he misses a wide open 3. But let's get to the box score here. The Pelicans are shooting 46% from the field. That's not good. The Pistons are shooting 52% from the field. 52%. They're shooting 47% from 3. 47%. If the Pelicans would just make their free throws, it all balances out. It's a 9-point game. The Pelicans have missed 8 fucking free throws. If they just made their free throws, they would have balanced out. Rebounding, the Pelicans have 30 total rebounds to 29, so they're winning the rebounding battle. Pelicans have 12 assists to their 17. Let's go to turnovers. 9 turnovers to 9 turnovers. So it really all comes down to the Pelicans not making their free throws and Detroit hitting their threes. That's really what it boils down to. Really? Oh, you're talking about our free throw percentage versus their field goal percentage. Oh, yeah, that's even worse. That's even worse. We shooting 50%. No, I'm sorry. We shooting, 50% from the free throw line. They shooting 52 from the field. Like, where does that happen at? Where does that happen at? You know what I'm saying? Where does that happen at? Like, that shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. I don't think no one would have believed that. You could have, John, if you would have bet on that, you would be a rich man. Because everybody would have took that bet. Everybody's taking that bet. Like, oh, let's do it. Like, Jesus. Yeah, Jana, this shit is horrible. It's pathetic. I know. Look, shout out to my Twitter people. The people are real cool on Twitter, like Bennett and people like that. I know they looking at this shit like, come on, you can't blame it on my guy now. They're like, yeah, you can't blame this on Jordan Poole. Can't blame this on Poole. This is crazy. This is crazy, and it's pathetic. And again, you're on a road trip, so you're supposed to be building more camaraderie and things of that nature. But it just seems like this road trip is exposing the lack of chemistry more than anything. H. Bizzle said, which current bad contract would you be willing to take on to actually help this roster? Sabonis? I would take on Sabonis' contract. Sabonis. His contract is bad. Like, all things considered, as talented as Sabonis is, his contract is bad. I would be willing to take on Sabonis' contract. Easily. And it depends on how you feel about Ja Morant contract, because Ja Morant, he don't really play. But I would be willing to take on Ja Morant's contract as well. D said the worst thing about having no hierarchy in the offense is that these dudes start sulking if you try to establish it. Man, fire this dude, Joe D. Yeah, like, again, Zion was on fire, and you subbed him out. And that's really when you saw Detroit go on that run. When Dejounte comes in, Zion goes out, and it's just a run. by Detroit. They start kind of separating themselves. But again, the Pelicans had several opportunities. You missed 4 free throws. Derek Queen missed 2 in a row. Carlo missed 2 in a row. Sadiq Bey missed 2 in a row. Like, you had opportunities to like close the gap. It's like, come on, man. Come the fuck on, bro. Come the fuck on, bro. Don Gillery said Dejounte, Misi, Hawkins, and PB for Sabonis. I don't think you would have to send that much out for. Well, not that that's a lot, but I don't think you have to send that many players out, to be honest, Don. I think again, the Kings are, I think with the salary cap coming in $1 million less for next year, if I'm not mistaken, the Kings are about $2 million from the luxury tax. I think the Kings are about $2 million from the luxury tax, and they only have about 9 players on their roster. So they're gonna need to fill out the rest of their roster, and they're gonna have to share a little money moving forward. And I think Sabonis would do that. Like, I don't even think they'd be looking to take back equal money, like dollar for dollar. They probably take back a little less money, to be honest. I need to see how far the Pelicans are away from their luxury tax going into next year as well, because you got Looney coming off the books. You got Carlos on a non-guaranteed deal, but they're probably going to pick that money up. Then you got Bryce, who's on a guaranteed deal. But you also got DeAndre Jordan falling off the books. And, I said this on the show yesterday. By no means, under no circumstance, can you bring the DeAndre Jordan back as a player on the roster next year. If you want to hire him as a coach, hire him as a coach. Do not bring this man back as a player on the roster and waste this roster spot. B. Thomas say, why the title, bro? Well, I named the title. I titled it "Is the Zion Era Over?" from the standpoint of kind of what you're seeing now. As far as like, are we done seeing Zion be utilized as the 1A high usage guy? Or now are we just we're gonna be in a perpetual state of seeing Zion just take a back seat and be treated like a second or third option? That's kind of why I posed the question. And really, I think if they bring a new coach in who actually has some vision, who actually has some know-how and some wherewithal, you kind of see the rest of these guys be maximized more. But still, I think it's worth asking, bro. It's really worth asking because, again, the coaching staff has been bad all season. The roster's a bit flawed. But Zion, he's looking like he might play like 60-something plus games this year. And you haven't won. Now, is that usage? Is that Zion not being as effective as he has been in years past? Is that roster? Is that coaching staff? It's worth asking, man. It's worth asking. Are we going into a new phase of team building? Like, remember at one time, the Celtics were undoubtedly There's Tatum's team. There's Tatum's team, and Jaylen Brown is like a great number 2. But now, after what Jaylen Brown been able to do this year, with Tatum being out, because it wasn't like Tatum just played bad all year. He was out. Now it's like, this man a finals MVP. And this year he put the team on his back and he been fucking balling. Nah. Now it's Jaylen Brown's team. And Tatum, you just got to get in when you fit in. And Tatum is starting to ball now that he coming back. He's starting to ball. But it's like, now you got to get in when you fit in. Let's see. Sabonis not. Brian says Sabonis 32 and injury prone. Let's see. Crispy say underwhelming season from Zion, Irving, JP, and Looney also. Yeah, I think for Looney in particular, you could just write him off. With the Jordan Poole shit, it's just, there's so many politics involved in that. Some of it was him playing bad, and some of it was just politics to where motherfucker never really got into a groove. Yeah. But no way to work around it. It was underwhelming. B. Thomas shots, and you would just assume that he went the whole game and they was passing him the ball and he was just deferring. Like, here's Zion. Nah, I don't want the ball. Here, you take it. That's not what's happening in these games. Again, with that play with Dejounte driving and missing Zion in the dunker spot, I can point to shit like that happening several times a game. And the shit is just crazy, bruh. Shit is crazy. Louisiana girl said, what do you think about Giannis going to the NBA PA to force the Bucks to play him? I think, I'm not a big fan of Giannis. Honestly, I think Giannis gets away with a lot of shit because, I'm going to be real, I think Giannis gets away with a lot of shit because he's not American, right? and people kind of view him like they give him the benefit of the doubt personality wise. I think Giannis does a lot of brat shit, like with the, you know, I want to be traded, I want to be competitive, but I love it here in Milwaukee. Like he does a lot of sucker shit personally. If he went to the NBA Players Association to force the Bucks to play him, then bitch, you better not get injured. That's all I gotta say. Like, because if you get injured when you're due for a contract extension and you're probably gonna get traded this offseason, what does that do to the return if you're the Milwaukee Bucks? Like, if Giannis goes out there and has a fucking devastating foot injury, ankle injury, or what have you, and he won't be ready till December, January next year, and I'm going into the offseason looking to trade this motherfucker, I'm already like getting less than I would have gotten. Well, what up with you, Jess? How you doing, Jess? I'm already getting less than I would have gotten, right? And now you playing, if he wants to play, he needs to go out there and stay healthy. And I think the Bucks are the 11th seed right now, so they got a chance to make a run for the play-in, if I'm not mistaken. I admire him wanting to play, but it's kind of like the Anthony Davis situation. It's like, bro, we due for a divorce. We due for a divorce. What point is this? Let's just stay healthy and sit your ass down somewhere. We trying to make our pick be better. Because again, remember that pick the Pelicans traded is a swap, and the Pelicans are 11 right now, and I think the Bucks are 11 as well. So, hopefully none of those picks jump into the top of the lottery. 504, so you done with Zion? Nah, not me personally. I was saying like more so with the way the team is ran and the way the offense is going and the usage and utilization. Is that a sign that the organization may be pivoting away from a pro Zion led offense? That's more of my rationale. Austin said, I can't remember one time Zion said to defend off under the rim, the ball was dumped to him down for easy too. I can't remember that either. I always go back to, it's funny that I could go back to examples. Like, I could go back to that Nets game where I think Zion had Tim Hardaway Jr. on him. And Tim Hardaway Jr. was like he had Tim Hardaway Jr. sealed to the point where Tim Hardaway Jr. was out of bounds. Like, Zion, yo, give me the ball. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Let's see here. John said, I've been on the Zion train from the start, but I'm at the point where I just can't keep it on. He has the skill, but not killer instinct. Yeah, the killer instinct is absolutely not there. Not there at all. D said, I'll be honest, the way Zion was talking on the interview with ESPN sounded like he going for the MVP. Well, I hope he go for it sooner than later. I hope he go for it sooner than later, and they bring a real coach in to help maximize some of this shit. Dev, what up with your homie? What up, Dev? Dev said, bro's gonna be year 8. That's like your child, a freshman in high school, 19, graduate college next season. What would it take for some meaningful change? I think we have seen some. If you're talking about Zion specifically, Dev, because this is how I'm viewing it, right? Just from my personal standpoint. To me, this is year 1 of the Joe Dumars era and the Troy Weaver era, right? Now, in the interest of fairness, they starting off year 1 rough. Them bitches starting off year 1 rough. It looked like they hit a home run with Fears. Derek Queen thing is another story. Trading your pick is another story. And if this is really going to be an evaluation year, if this is really going to be deemed an evaluation year, now that you got some of the answers, you better make the right motherfucking decisions. Because all the excuses go out the window next year. Like, off the rip, all the excuses go out the motherfucking window. If you bringing James Borrego back, you're dead to me. You're dead to me. Like, come on, man. Like, all the excuses go out the motherfucking window. And to some people, their excuses is already gone. My thing with Zion in particular is, and I asked this question on the show last night, it all depends on what do you think a coach's job is. If you think, because to me, I always say if the player's supposed to have it all figured out, why we need coaches, right? I think you need a coach to put the foot in someone's ass to help bring the best out of them. Zion is not a self-starter, self-motivating person, right? But he's talented. That is the reason you go get some coaches that know how to motivate and know how to. That was a terrible shot by Dejounte. That ball never made it to the other side of the fucking court, bro. The ball never made it to the other side of the court. Terrible fucking shot. Terrible fucking shot by Dejounte. Terrible shot. How many seconds was left on the clock? Dejounte shot that ball with 9 seconds left on the clock. The ball never made it to the right side of the fucking court. That's pathetic basketball. Just awful. Yeah, you got to get rid of this fucking coaching staff, bro. Because, dog, Casey Hill, again, has been here since Stan Van Gundy. That is some job security for your motherfucking ass. This man went from the lead assistant to being demoted to the lead assistant to being demoted when Borrego got here. Now he the lead assistant again. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Ken say, I just wish Zion would change his game a little bit like Charles Barkley did when he started to lose his athleticism. You know, Ken, my thing is, I don't think Zion is losing his athleticism, but I think it matters less because the league is getting more athletic. Like the league is getting stronger and more talented and more athletic. And some... What is DeAndre Jordan doing under the basket? Dog! Yeah, Dev, I agree with you. Like, again, if you betting on Zion, again, dog, to me, all I asked for this year was 18 shots a game. I asked for 18 shots a game. That's all I asked for. And I got 13 in exchange. I got 13 instead. 18 shots a game, we ended up with 13. That's coaching malpractice, in my opinion. Some of that definitely falls on Zion, but I put it 80-20 coaching malpractice because ain't no way in the world you gonna tell me you can find Sadiq Bey 18, 20 shots a fucking game and Herb Jones taking 13 shots. And like people who just, Sadiq Bey is talented, but you got guys who not offensively skilled whatsoever and they taking about 13, 14 shots a game. Like, nah, man, that can't fucking happen. That can't happen. That shouldn't happen. No, that's pathetic. Yeah, Herb, I don't even know what Herb was doing on that reach. That was crazy. He told, Herb has not played well tonight at all also. But everybody else ain't really playing well neither, so it's hard for me to single Herb out. Nobody's playing well. Say, yeah, why not cloud Dejounte and give Sadiq space? To me, it's just crazy that the ball never even made it to the other side of the court. And that happens way too much with Zion on the floor. To where the ball never makes it to that side of the court, period. Oh, you supposed to dump that off, right? See, that was a bad pass by Zion. That was a terrible pass by Zion. That was terrible by Zion. That was terrible. That was terrible by Zion. That was stupid. Now, look. This is why that was stupid by Zion. Zion drew two, right? He see DeAndre Jordan cutting. Now, one can say, well, fuck, it's DeAndre Jordan. He not going to shoot no free throw jumper. He not going to shoot no floater. But you see him cutting. He hesitates to make the pass. Then he said, all right, I'll make the pass. And by then, it's too fucking late. And it turns into a turnover, 4-point swing. Big three right there by Herb Jones. That was dumb. That was dumb. Just make the pass and live with the result. You drew two. DeAndre's right there. Give it to him. Whatever happens, happens at that point. Once you make the pass, it's out of your hands. If DeAndre shoots the floater, if he shoots the free throw jumper and that bitch go in, it's out of your hands. It's out your motherfucking hands. Again, bad defense by Zion right there. Over penetrated to try to contest Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter, whatchamacallit, beats him off the dribble. DeAndre Jordan gets there and tries to help, but nothing really happens right there. Why DeAndre Jordan didn't come set the screen right there? Did y'all see that just now? So Zion got the ball on the right wing. DeAndre Jordan is right there. DeAndre Jordan is supposed to set the screen right there. He's supposed to set the screen right there to give Zion an advantage going downhill. DeAndre Jordan is playing lazy as a motherfucker, to be honest. I don't know why DeAndre Jordan's out there. He's been lazy as hell tonight. He has been lazy as hell tonight, bro. Oh my God, Herb. Now, Herb tried to intercept that pass. You know what that remind me of? That remind me of Sean Payton saying, I don't like when guys jump for the ball because while you're in the air, the other guy's still running and moving. Like, these dudes just lazy out here tonight, bro. No intensity. Like, good pass. Nice finish, Herb. These dudes is lazy out there tonight, dog. DeAndre Jordan has been extremely lazy. He's been extremely lazy tonight. Like, it's like every time a rebound is up, he just, like, he's barely fucking moving. Now, maybe he can't move. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he can't move, but look at that. Look at that. Now, Tobias Harris makes that pass. DeAndre Jordan doesn't go for the steal. He doesn't try to deflect the pass. He just, but he shouldn't be out there, so it's not really his fault because he shouldn't be out there anyway. But come on, man. This man should not be playing right now, bro. Look at this dumb fuck reading the menu. James Borrego. Like, this motherfucker had a all-you-can-eat seafood boil reading the menu asking for chicken. Bitch, you know, I can't stand this dude, bro. I really can't. Dev says, Zion, 25 games a year, 16 to 19 shots. Zion, 50 games played, 12 to 16 shots. These mofos trying to cut the work. Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Like, come on, man. Oh, somebody asked me what was my favorite Pelicans memory. My favorite Pelicans Hornets memory was Chris Paul versus the Dallas Mavericks. I think, was that game 1? When, like, the Hornets were down, and then something happened between the quarters with, like, the smoke machine or something, and the Hornets came back and beat the dog shit. That was good defense by Duran. The Hornets came back and beat the dog shit out Dallas. And David West was my favorite player when I was a kid. And David West was like, Dirk Nowitzki put his armpit in David West's face. Man, please, y'all. Whoa, what up, Brock? Please get DeAndre Jordan out the game. Please get DeAndre Jordan out the game. Dog, DeAndre Jordan not even trying, dog. DeAndre Jordan not even trying. He's not even trying, y'all. DeAndre Jordan not even trying. He not trying. This is ridiculous. This man not even trying, y'all. Bree said, remember when Borrego used to bench DQ for Eve and he was having a stinker? Yeah, like, my thing is, how you ain't got nobody at the scores table yet to come get DeAndre Jordan? DeAndre Jordan is in the way. He not really setting no hard screens. He not rebounding. He not defending. He ain't doing nothing. He's not doing anything. He not doing nothing. You might as well have Carlo out there. He ain't doing nothing. God damn. Boy, Zion hurting these motherfuckers. What happened to Thompson just now? What happened to Thompson? You might as well put Kevon Looney out there, to be honest. What the fuck happened to Thompson? My stream stopped, man. What happened? You say, boy, y'all don't like David. Y'all don't like D West? I like D West because D West was crazy. D West was punching motherfucker in his mouth. D West, David West was a good dude, man. David West, Zion throwing them motherfucking elbows, boy. Zion is throwing them motherfucking elbows. I had to sneak Zion. He do that to me. I ain't gonna lie. He's throwing them elbows. But David West was clutch though, dog. And look, Wiggy, you saying David West was boring? There was a game. I think it might have been Chris Paul last year. It was Chris Paul last year with the Pelicans. David West hit a dunk. It was versus the Milwaukee Bucks in like the fourth quarter. I think David West hit like a game-tying dunk over a motherfucker, and he tore his ACL on the dunk. Like how he landed, he tore his ACL on the dunk, and Emeka Okafor hit a 3, I think, to win the game or send it to overtime. It was something crazy. It was something crazy. But David West was a bad motherfucker, dog. But you know, you had games with like Peja Stojakovic hit a turnaround fadeaway versus Phoenix. That's when Peja had the bad back. Then you had like Chris Paul getting 20 assists versus the Lakers. Chris Paul was a fucking monster, dog. We had some good times, you know, back in the day. We had some good times back in the day. Yeah, look, the one time D West dunked, he tore his ACL. Maybe that's why he refused. The one time he dunked, he tore his ACL. But David West was my guy. You said David West went off on KG in the blender. He played with Hart. Yeah, David West was a bad motherfucker. You know, David West used to box. He used to box, and David West paid for some good people funeral as well. David West was a solid brother, man. David West was a solid brother. Crispy said we should go get Juju Reese. We talked about him earlier, Crispy. It's funny you mentioned that. We talked about him earlier. Motor better than DQ, 15 boards a game. Definitely somebody you should take a flyer on this offseason, because who you got, like Trey Alexander? I don't think you bringing Trey Alexander back on that two-way. I don't think. Even though he's played well in the G League, it's like he looked like he's too slow for the NBA game. Hunter Dickinson balling, but no. I don't think so. Pals, remember that 59 piece AD put on Detroit? I don't remember that one. It's funny, I don't remember that game. You know what's funny? Anthony Davis was probably the most boring era of Pelicans basketball to me, Because Anthony Davis was good, but he just wasn't exciting to me. Like, Anthony Davis was great. Anthony Davis was great, but he just wasn't exciting. Like to me, I just never was. I don't know. It's kind of how Wiggy feel about Anthony Davis. I mean, about David West. That's how I feel about Anthony Davis. Great players, but it never was really exciting to me. Now, DeMarcus Cousins, to me, that dude, that's the biggest tragedy in the history of Pelicans basketball. Because that dude was a fucking animal, dog. That dude was an animal, dog. Like, seriously. Damn, they finally retaliated. Now they got Herb. Somebody hit Herb. But yeah, bro, DeAndre not looking good. The thing about Herb's fouls also is that they usually off-ball fouls. It's like, why'd you do that? Like, you didn't really have to do that. Here come Murray. Not passing the ball again. Okay, Dejounte. Like, again, though, the Pelicans could have won this game. No, this man is insane. This man just went like 1-on-4 with Sadiq Bey trailing behind him on the right wing and still tried to shoot the ball. Look, I guess he was looking for a foul. Or say the Baron Davis Mashburn era was exciting for us. You know, they used to have some cool commercials. I had to go on YouTube and watch them bitches from back in the day. But they used to, oh damn, that was a bad entry right there. They had some cool commercials. Then what's your boy Mashburn? Mashburn had vertigo, or he said he had vertigo. What he really had was a bunch of fucking Wendy's. He was like, I'm not standing all this, nigga. I'm about to go open a Wendy's with Dave. Oh, big shot by Herb. Herb hit like a couple big threes tonight. Say, give me 5 first for Herb. Oh yeah, I need 5 first and tax. Okay, so here come Fears. Now, traditionally, good defense right there by DeAndre. He must have heard me. Traditionally, they don't play Fears and Deion. I don't know why I'm gonna call this man DeAndre. They don't play Fears and Dejounte together traditionally. Oh my God. What is wrong with Dejounte, dog? What is wrong with Dejounte? This man is crazy. Oh yeah, if Derek Queen turned out to be fucking that was a dumbass foul too. If Derek Queen turned out to be David West, man, I would be thrilled, honestly. Yeah, dog, it's hard watching Dejounte. That's a 4-point swing by Dejounte, bro. 4-point swing when you finally cut the lead to 8. Get this guy out of here, man. Moneybag, what's happening with your big dog? Moneybag said, whoa, get the likes up. Yo, if you're in the building, while he's shooting the free throws, man, take a second, hit the like button. I appreciate everybody rocking with me. We got the new membership episode dropping tomorrow, man. If you're a member, hit the bell notification also so you can be notified when we go live. Yeah, Dejounte just killed that whole motherfucking run. Okay, so then we got Eve coming in. I'm trying to see who the Eve coming in and get. Yeah, Memphis, please answer the phone. I done left you about 4 or 5 messages. Please take Dejounte off our hands. I can't go on like this. I can't go on like this. Herb, what you about to do, Herb? Calm down. Somebody come help him. Somebody come get the ball from him. Zion came over, but it was too late. Zion cut baseline to try to help Herb out, but it was too late. DeAndre Jordan walking up the court, couldn't find his fucking man. These dudes, bruh. Just that whole sequence started with Dejounte. Whole thing started with Dejounte. Dejounte and DeAndre shouldn't play. Like they just shouldn't even play tonight, honestly. Yeah, he wasn't even supposed to play tonight. Like, dude, you don't even go here. Like he could have sat tonight, honestly. If he was gonna play like this, he could have sat tonight. Man, I appreciate it, Moneybag. Man, you know, I think this season, if they play 82 games this season, I probably had missed maybe 10 games. But man, we've been getting it in. And this summer we're gonna keep the momentum going. I gotta film this project, but we're gonna try to keep the momentum going, man. And in the postseason, we're gonna be covering like a couple of the series. We gotta decide which series we want to cover, but we're gonna be covering a couple of the postseason series also. Meatsy, I've been saying this for years. Dejounte views himself as a 1A. Well, that A stand for ass tonight because he's been awful. The last 2 nights, that A stand for awful, audacity, audacious, antithesis of awesome. He's been bad tonight. He's really been bad tonight. And again, look, there's a person I root for. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't like Stephen A. Smith, motherfucker. Like, well, I'm a fan of LeBron and those guys. Like, no, I really do root for, everybody on the Pelicans to play well and win. But, man, this dude been bad. That was smart, putting that money in your hoodie. Since Dejounte think he a star and clutch dude too, well, they need to lay off the angel dust because everybody got a role to play. Dejounte's been awful tonight, seriously. Trey said, just please get a pure shooter and center. I'm tired of watching dribble handoffs until the shot clock ends. Yeah, like, get some people who can beat a motherfucker off the dribble as well. It's like, when you really watch this team, you got two people that can consistently beat a motherfucker off the dribble. Sometimes McGowan can do it too. Poole got a really nice handle, so he can do it occasionally. But you ain't got everything's so difficult. Like, everything's so difficult for this offense, bro. That's why it's so frustrating. Motherfuckers forcing it. We got our partner, Jordan Hawkins back in the game, yo. Is that Mrs. Murphy? Is that Mrs. Murphy with the phone? We got Jordan Hawkins back in the game, yo. Yeah, after this game, the Dejounte and DeAndre, they probably not playing tomorrow, but they certainly earned the right not to play tomorrow. I'll say that. So that Lakers Rockets first series gonna be nice. Look, that's gonna be a KD legacy series. I ain't gonna lie, boy. That's gonna be a Kevin Durant legacy series because KD, they questioning you, dog, and I'm one of the people questioning you too. Not as a player, of course, he's top 15 best player of all time. But I meant as far as like, do you still drive winning at this stage? That was a good screen by Eve. Good screen by Eve. Say Poole must have said I ain't playing no more. That's what I'm thinking. Honestly. Poole must have told them boys, look, my back hurt. My back hurt. I'm comfortable just sitting here collecting my money. That nigga Poole started playing. He said, I'm just gonna pimp the mail. I'm gonna pimp the motherfucking mailbox. My check coming no matter what. Now Zion missing free throws. That's his third missed free throw of the game. What I don't want to see if the Pelicans give up. Zion missed both of his free throws, so now he's up to 4 misses. He looked like he might have gave up too. Looked like he might have gave up. Focus not there. It ain't like he hasn't missed 2 free throws before, but he was 5 for 7 before that. Where's your focus? Got to make your free throws, man. Got to make your free throws, bro. No excuse. Got to make your motherfucking free throws. But also, keep giving them the ball. Let's keep giving them the ball, man. Let's push the line here. That's good defense on the men. Is that a men or a SAR? No, that's a SAR. Good defense on the SAR. Good rebound right there. Oh, my God, Hawkins. That was a good rebound, but that's a terrible fucking pass. All right, find Hawk, Zion. You got to find Hawk, Zion. Look, you got to find Hawk. Shoot that shit, Hawk. Shoot it. Never mind. All right. Skip pass. Shoot that shit, Herb. Shoot that shit. Never mind. Okay. Hawk, what you gonna do? Hawkins! I told y'all you gotta find Hawk. I told y'all, anybody got any problems, you let me know. Hawkins! I'm gonna need at least a 2nd round pick for Hawkins. I can't trade him for nothing. Yeah, all right. Chaz, whatever. And he goes right there and gives up a 3. He goes right there and gives up a fucking 3. Okay, Hawk. Nigga went right there and gave up a 3 after he made 1. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that about a bitch? That was a terrible shot from her early in the clock. Didn't need to happen. Ball never made it to the side of the court with Zion. Once again, this is stupid. Yeah, this is definitely a Willie Green type of game. But see, that's the thing. Willie Green, Borrego just Mexican Willie Green. It's really the same thing. It's really the same thing. You know how like you buy like garlic powder from Walmart, then you go on the international aisle and they got garlic powder. It's the same thing. Like it's just garlic powder. He just a different version. It's the same thing. All right, here comes Dairy Queen for Zion. Did you get into the title of the stream yet? Yes, I did, Brock. Yes, I did. But to rehash it, I said basically, I'm questioning if moving forward the Pelicans will continue to view Zion as the 1A option based on, how things have panned out this year as far as, the Zion rotational minutes, the Zion pairing with guys on the court, Zion's shot diet, things of that nature. I'm curious if the Pelicans still view him as the 1A guy who can potentially drive winning. Or is that era done with? Already said KD has never drove winning. Only as Golden State as a hired gun. Any other places his team has won nothing. Yay, hey, fact. I mean, even in OKC, you can say that, right? OKC won finals appearance. I think they should have won that final. I think if they would have called that a foul at the end of game 2 in the Miami OKC finals, I think OKC would have won that finals because they would have went up 2-0 if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's tough to say that about such a great, phenomenal fucking player. But it is a fair question. All right, Hawkins, that's a little too much confidence. But see, here's the thing about Hawkins. Well, here's the thing with Hawkins on that shot. You've been sitting on the sideline, right? Watching a bunch of players on the team do a bunch of dumb shit, take a bunch of dumbass shots. You've been seeing all this the whole time. They should challenge that, honestly. They should have challenged that. You've been seeing all these guys take a bunch of dumbass shots, including your starting point guard. If you Hawkins, you ain't feeling no hesitation about just launching that bitch. Cause like, who hasn't? Oh my God, Derek, that was terrible. Derek, that was terrible. That was terrible, Derek. That was terrible, Derek. Derek, that was terrible. So I get the feeling the Pelicans and big chest. My God, yo, I think Borrego was awful, dog. And you know what's funny? When you ask people like, all right, so what's the Pelicans' current identity, or like what have they really improved on since Borrego's been here? You can't really get a straight answer. People will point to some of the data, but there's just as much data I could point to the contrary of those points. So when people ask, like, again, what is the identity? No one can really tell you. Oh my God, this man could have had an and one right there and missed the shit. This man could have had an and one right there and missed the shit. Oh my God. This man could have had an and one right there and missed the shit. Jesus, keep me near the cross. This man could have had an and one right there and missed the shit. This has been an embarrassing effort for the Pelicans. And he missed another free throw. That's about what, 10 free throws missed, if I'm not mistaken. That got to be about 10 free throws missed. Is that 10? Yep, that's 10 free throws missed for the Pelicans. 10 free throws missed for the Pelicans. Zion is 6 of 10 from the field. Dejounte Murray is 5 for 13. Dejounte Murray's been awful. That's 11 free throws missed. Oh my God. Okay. 11 free throws missed. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is terrible. It's only a 12-point game though, y'all. It's only a 12-point game. Well, never mind. Now it's a 14-point game. See, the only knock on Fears, he randomly misses easy layups. Yeah, Fears got a lot of Aaron Brooks in his game. And not NBA Aaron Brooks, NFL Aaron Brooks. Like, he got a strong arm. You know what I'm saying? Some games he look like he got a superstar type ability. And then other games, he might just fumble the ball over his shoulder. Like, he might just do something really weird and inexplicable. That's kind of been like the thing with Fears this season. But he's a rookie, a 19-year-old rookie. So you're going to give him some grace for sure. Is Hawkins an athlete? Hawkins is actually quite athletic in my opinion. As far as like jumping and stuff like that, he just physically, he leaves a lot to be desired. And he got them back injuries also. And them back injuries been kind of fucked up. But I think Hawkins is like a really strong rebounder, personally. I wish that's something that he could have really, like, magnified and maximized during his time as a Pelican, because I always felt like he was a really strong rebounder. Yeah, he's like, you've seen some of the blocks he's done and some of the dunks he's attempted. Like, he could, do something every once in a while. It just, consistency ain't there. Yeah, he can run and jump, but he don't got like the bend to his game. That's a good point, Trey Town. Like, the agility isn't there. Take Dejounte off the floor and the Pels going to run. That is a hell of a coincidence. That's a hell of a coincidence. Get in there, ho. All right, y'all. Look, I told y'all we can win this game. I told y'all we can win this shit. Do you believe? I believe. I want to believe. If the Pelicans didn't miss 11 free throws, bro. Again, if you make half of them free throws, it's a tied game or a 1-point game. This whatever. Yeah, that was a good finish to the quarter. Great finish by Fizz and J-Hawk. Good finish by Fizz and Hawkins, bro. Hopefully Trajan wants to trade for Hawkins. And yeah, let's do it. Trajan. Yeah, no Cade. No Duncan. No nothing. But shit, I mean, hey, this win. Yeah. No Cade, no Duncan Robinson, no Isaiah Stewart. Yeah. Yeah, if we make the free throws, like, if we just decent from the free throw line, bro, we probably be leading this game. Hawkins, 3 for 3 from the floor. Let's go 6 for 6, Hawkins. Yeah, Trajan did draft Hawkins. That's why I want Hawkins to, Hawkins, keep shooting that motherfucker. Keep shooting that bitch. Put Hawkins in with Z and Fizz. Yeah, I mean, if they want to win, you put Hawkins in with Zion and Fizz, man, you know. You got to make your damn free throws, though. That's the thing. Look, we've had Zion missed 2 in a row. Queen missed 2 free throws in a row. Fizz just split. And Carlo missed 2 free throws in a row. And Sadiq Bey missed 2 free throws in a row. I don't know what's going on here. I don't think it's stamina and fatigue. I just think the focus is just not there for these guys, to be honest. I am abroad, say soft call out the grub. This is they love saying how JB is a good coach, the roster is bad and use data. Well, shout out to my dog X in the building, man. Well, X, you know, I did a show on the membership thing when I kind of addressed some of that as far as why that is with one person in particular. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak to the whole group because I still fuck with everybody over there. I can't speak to the whole group, but shout out to my dogs over there, man. Shout out to Chris, shout out to Lito, shout out to Five, shout out to Ross. You know, sometimes you get put in a bad spot. I'll say that. Sometimes you get put in a difficult spot. And I think some people might be in a difficult spot. Say Fizz keep earning his keeps. Yeah, Fizz earning his keeps with that run. But that run, they better not bench him in the late fourth for Dejounte. I'll tell you fucking that. Herb Jones, real difference maker. This gotta stop. This gotta stop. This gotta stop. Like they forcing this shit. They are really forcing this narrative, honestly. Say if Queen was in the 2026 draft, is he top 10? I don't think so, Terry. Now, to be fair, Terry, I'm not as familiar with some of the guys in the later half of that lottery, but I think no. I'm gonna say no. But hopefully he proves everyone wrong, and he shows that he should have been that. Oh, nice pass, nice finish by Fizz. Nice 2-man game. Trying to get that Herb trade value up. I hope so, dog. I hope so. The writing got to be on the wall for that. All right, y'all, it's a 4-point game. It's a 4-point game. Wiggy said, let's Hawk start the rest of the season. I want to see something. Who he starting over, Wiggy? Who he starting over in your opinion? Gave up a big fucking 3 on the other end. God damn it. Bree said Dejounte stats make it look like he's having a good game. Yeah, to me, Dejounte and Derek got a lot of the same qualities. Like, they can stuff the box score, but they might be having a really terrible game. Like, and that's one of the things that really blows my mind with those guys. Damn, I wish that fucking putback would have counted, bruh. God damn, I wish that putback would have counted. The Pelicans broadcast is so terrible. Because they got the fucking, the broadcast is showing that the Pistons are in the bonus. Like, nigga, the fourth quarter just started. Fix the fucking fix the score thing. Anywho. Say he be top 10 in this draft. He be pick after a couple. See, that's the thing. I'm not as familiar with the latter half of the top 10 in this draft. Not as familiar. Said start over Herb. Bree said Wiggy said start over Trey. I don't know if I see that. 9 for 21. We 9 for 21 from the free throw line. Psst, pathetic. That's some choke artist shit. That's just choke artist shit, bro. Choke artist shit. Shouldn't be acceptable. Really sad. Really pathetic. Came down. You got the game within 4 points and you choked at the fucking free throw line. That's pathetic. I'm not giving these dudes no bail for missing free throws. I hate missing free throws. Like, I loathe missing free throws. If you miss free throws, you just a motherfucker. You just deserve to fucking lose. Because that's pathetic. That's fucking pathetic, man. That's pathetic. You missing fucking free throws, my nigga. That's pathetic. They missed 13 free throws. That's pathetic. They lost against the Suns when they missed 17. And you got the fucbecause nerve to show up tonight and miss 13 free throws. You got the gall, the fucking audacity. Like, man, come on. Y'all not serious. Call me when y'all serious. Because this is fucking crazy. 13 fucking free throws. Y'all professionals making millions. Boy, whatever. Man, whatever. Whatever. That's really though why I wanted that Eve putback dunk to count, because I ain't trust Fears at the free throw line. I was like, please let that shit count. But all right, you got Javonte Green on you, Derek. You better abuse Javonte. Derek, you flopping and shit trying to get a call. Come on, man. Yeah, Louisiana, that's the thing. They start off slow every fucking game. Every game off the airplane, they look like they just met one another. Slow starts. Just finding new, stupid, unprofessional ways to lose. It's just pathetic. Say Detroit went 11 for 23 from the three. Yeah, it's tough to beat Detroit. They doing shit like that because that's not even a motherfucking game. That's not even a game. You know who I think would have defended Duren better? Honestly, I think Looney would have defended Duren better because Duren just too strong, dog. Duren is just too strong for these dudes. And you got Sadiq Bey taking bogus threes. Yeah, Duren just too strong for these dudes. I think Looney would have sat down in the post and defended them better. That dude physically is a man amongst boys out there against everybody. Like at this point, they didn't send two centers at him. He didn't abuse both of them. Say Looney a champion, he not playing during March hoops. Yeah, that's true too. You say Sadiq took the last 4 shots, he 0 for 4. Then you had that Fears miss. Well, it wasn't a miss, but he got to the free throw line. So I guess that counts as a shot. But Sadiq, he had a couple big buckets at the end of the third. He had a couple big buckets at the end of the third. You say Don say Ninjas checked out on Borrego. He deserves it. JB been a punk all year. Oh yeah, he been a straight up punk. Straight up and down, dog. Like, my thing is, with JB, it's like, bro, you got the media on your side. You got the front office on your side to a certain degree. You got almost every advantage. And the bar was low. Oh, I thought that was going in for DQ. And the bar was low. And you still show up and play like dog shit? Oh my God. This dude Duren just baptized Queen and fucking Eve. Dog, Troy Weaver gotta be smiling ear to ear watching Jalen Duren go out there and dominate. But he also gotta be sick as a dog watching Dairy Queen this year. Like, it's just a tough thing to navigate, right? If you Troy Weaver, you watching Jalen Duren look like a top fucking 10 NBA player. He's definitely should be all NBA in my opinion. Looking like a top 10 NBA player this season. Your guy who you reach for, because people thought that Jalen Duren pick was crazy, but like you reach for Duren, got him, and he's fucking looking incredible. And on the other end, you got Derek who looking crazy. So who you also reach for, So hopefully the same journey happens. Say Borrego just let them go on a 13-0 run with no timeout. Yep, 13-0 run, no timeout. The last time there was a stoppage was the free throws, when Duren shot free throws. Not a single timeout this entire quarter was called. Say we draft bigs and still need centers. Yeah, ain't that a bitch? Every time the Pelicans draft a big, you're like, you know what? He's a power forward, really. Like, what the fuck? Well, except for Misi's a center, but Misi's like, yeah, second-year guy, wasn't really playing basketball. And I don't really count him as a lottery pick. It was, pick 21? But still. Yeah, Pistons shooting 50% from 3. Bree, it was over. It was over before it started. And they missing free throws. Again, you missed 13 free throws. You deserve whatever happened to you. Again, if you made your 13 free throws, you missed it. So it's a 4-point game. It's pathetic. Bree said if only we had a point guard that could get the switch on Duren and cause Duren. Because Duren can't guard the perimeter. I feel like they rarely even attack Duren tonight, honestly. Even without Isaiah Stewart, they should have been attacking the paint relentlessly without Isaiah. Don say, I guess that's the end for Zion tonight. There's really no point in putting them back in. Just rest up for tomorrow. You got a back-to-back versus Tiny Dog tomorrow. Just rest up for that game. Boy, Orlando is up 2 in the fourth quarter versus the Kings. The Kings then walked Orlando down. If Orlando lose to the Kings and Indiana, I think Mosley is getting fired before the playoffs. Seriously. It might be some Denver Nuggets type shit. Some Memphis Grizzlies shit. he might get fired. If he loses against the Kings, he might get fired tonight. They only shot 24 threes and made 12. I promise I seen a game. Detroit shot 24 threes and missed them all. You know what's... Oh my God. Crispy said, y'all have a good night. I'm going. Look, you know what annoys me? You know what annoys me with the thing with Derek a little bit? Because he's so young. But he's not that young. But he's a young guy in the league. And he do a lot of shit that's like y'all saw the thing just now before the game. He was like, talking about his performances. And he was speaking with Joel and AD. Or even like when he was starting at center and they had him doing the jump ball, how he would be like playing around and joking and shit. I'm like, bro, that's not funny. When you losing, that shit not like cute or charming or funny. When you not playing well, that shit is whack. Like that's not good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't do that when you not playing well, because that'll turn people against you. Like, don't do that. That's not cool. And he for some reason, no one is telling him that. Say, do we still want Mosley? It's looking rough. I haven't heard anything recently about it. I think the situation with Mosley, because Mosley's had some terrible losses this season, especially. I think the only bail you would give Mosley is you've seen him win with injured teams before in the past. Like, remember when Franz was out, then Paolo was out, and Suggs got hurt. They just had a bunch of injuries, and that team was still winning. But now Franz is out and Suggs is out, and it don't look like you winning. So now it's like, yo, bro, people even starting to look at Paolo like, man, you ain't really making Paolo reach his full potential. So I think Mosley is a good transitional coach. Like, he's a coach that'll help you like get to the playoffs consistently, but I don't think he's a coach that's putting you over the edge once you face some of the elite talents in the league. Dog, this dude Duren is just embarrassing motherfuckers out here. Like, he's just too strong. It's ridiculous. That was out on Sadiq Bey. He's just too strong, dog. This man is killing motherfuckers. Since Walt Black said he's a kid and no one is telling him anything. Yeah, like, you gotta talk to him. You gotta talk to him. Like, I appreciate DeAndre Jordan trying to, like, be that mature voice, but somebody gotta get it across. Like, yo, bro, like, you're not playing good enough to justify some of these things. Like, if you was out there playing great and being, a knucklehead and stuff, then it's like, whatever, because you got to have fun, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you're playing so bad that it make it look like you're not aware of what's happening here. This dude, Duren, might get a fucking triple-double tonight. This man got 30, 10, and 7. This dude, Duren, is a monster tonight. It ain't even close. This man looking like Duren is looking like the best player out there tonight. Like, by far. Like, he's been that dominant tonight. That fucking dominant. That was a great draft pick. That was a fucking great draft pick, dog. That was a great draft pick by Troy. Great draft pick. Say Bree said Detroit used both of his challenges in the first half because he knew he wasn't winning shit. He was like, yeah, this ain't gonna be no close game. I can go ahead and use both of them bitches. I don't understand why Zion's back into the game, honestly. I mean, I guess is it a pride thing? Like, like we're going to play for some pride. I respect him not saying, man, I'm sitting, fuck this. But at the same time, you got a game tomorrow. What's the point of this? Trey say, I need Zion to come in and score 1 point to win my bet. I'm going to be mad he missed both those free throws. I think you're good, Terrell. I think he going to get you your money tonight. Hopefully get you your money. Said Duren might be worth that $55 million. Shit, the way he playing, he definitely think he worth every penny. Because he playing like a nigga that's going to be all NBA first team. He better get all NBA first team, dog. Well, I'm trying to think. Nah, it's going to be tough because you still got Jokic and motherfuckers like that. But he better be no later than second team. That motherfucker is a monster out there. He's a man amongst boys out there. He looked like Super Ben Wallace. You said what you want. Would you want for Murray to be traded this offseason? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Josh, yeah, I definitely want Murray traded. Facts. Like, let's call it in. ASAP Rocky. Here come Dejounte about to check back into the game. Okay. Good defense by Herb. He was in a restricted area, but that was a good verticality. Fizz brings a different type of dynamic that's good for Zion. Always pushing Borrego. Stupid. Yeah, Borrego's dumb as a motherfucker. He's dumb as a motherfucking box of these lemon heads. He's just moronic. Fist of Blackstar say, hold your horses on the Ben Wallace now. Nah, I'm talking about physically. Like, physically, this dude looked like he looked like fucking Corey Maggette mixed with Ben Wallace. Like, just the dude is a monster physically. He's so physically imposing. Dude's just getting out of his way. They just getting out of his way. Like, they just getting out of his way. He a fucking monster. I would like Taylor Jenkins, 2X Key. I would like him to bring on Taylor Jenkins. I think Taylor Jenkins might be affordable, too, because he already getting a check from Memphis. So he might be like, I'll take a little $5 million to go to New Orleans. I ain't tripping. Take a little 5. Eastside say Queen is the dude who y'all feature more than Zion this season. Is he Zion replacement? Eastside? I don't think so. I don't, like, honestly, yeah, I agree with you, Louisiana. I think he way worse than Willie, truthfully. And I thought Willie was the worst coach that ever existed. To me, Borrego just got substitute teacher vibes. Not even substitute teacher. He got teacher's aide vibes. That was great ball movement that led to that 3. Great ball movement that led to that 3. This straight up excellent execution. That was like Bret Hart execution. You won your bet, partner. Zion got them points. You won your bet. Wemby destroyed Duran, fam. He all right. We making him look good. Nah, but here's the thing. Wemby might have destroyed Duran, but you got players that destroy Wemby. You got a couple guys that destroy Wemby. So sometimes it's just matchups. Sometimes, it's like matchups make fights. That's like Zion. Zion typically destroys Wemby. But nobody gonna say Wemby not a top tier defender because he's so fucking tall. But nobody gonna say he's not a top tier defender. I think sometimes it's matchups make fights. Like, but Duran is cold. I ain't gonna lie. Duran is cold. Wait, I feel you, because if the front office keeps Zion around, they got to make smart moves now. Pelicans waste so much time over the years trying to win and rebuild at the same time. Yeah, because even with them, like, if they were going to thread the needle, so many of the guys they drafted became bust that it's just ridiculous. Like, even if they didn't become bust, the Pelicans drafted. Think of this, right? Think of this. The Pelicans got Jordan Hawkins, Kyra Lewis, Jackson Hayes, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Dyson Daniels. That's 5 first-round picks. Y'all follow me? 5 first-round picks the Pelicans had. None of those players got a second contract with the Pelicans. Out of 5 first-round picks, none of those players ended up with a second contract on the Pelicans. Only Zion. Can't draft though. Like they weren't good at evaluating talent and drafting high level guys. Well, no, I'm sorry. And Trey Murphy. Trey Murphy did get a second pick. You couldn't get Peterson for Zion. I ain't gonna lie to you, Wiggy. I don't think they would do that. I don't know. Dejounte got it. I don't know, man. Dejounte just been bad. Dejounte needs to sit down the rest of the season, honestly. Dejounte needs to sit down the rest of the season. I don't really think Dejounte's adding anything. Like, I don't think Dejounte really adds anything to the team. To be honest, I think he's better than some of the options you had, but I don't think he really adds anything. Yeah, Zion, you can sit down, to be honest. These, like, empty calorie stats, you can sit down. Like, because it ain't worth risking a potential injury. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. But yeah, I think Dejounte and Queen just got a lot of similarities, and that's tough to say because Queen is a freshman. I should say freshman. He's a rookie. What I mean by that is Dejounte could have a near triple-double, but he could have been the worst player on the court by far some nights. Like tonight, I think Dejounte was the worst player on the court. I think Dejounte has been the worst player on the court tonight. But his stat line might not say that. His stat line might say he's played well, but I think the last 2 nights, he's been the worst player on the court. So that's the end of the night for Zion. Let's refresh it and take a look at the box score. I think we already know what the player grade's about to be for this one. I ain't gonna lie. It's hard to give anyone an A. tonight, truthfully. Because you cut the lead down to 4 points. You cut the lead down to 4 and just went to hell. Zion finished the game with 13 shots. Sadiq Bey finished with 15. Dejounte Murray finished with 14. Come on, man. I don't think he knows there's a game tomorrow. Unless he just plan on resting motherfuckers. Unless he plan on resting Zion tomorrow and playing Trey and Poole. He probably, and I'm not even being funny, he probably literally does not know that there's a game tomorrow. He probably don't know. He probably don't know there's a game tomorrow. Say Griffin was bad at everything. Coaching, hires, trades, picks. Griffin stole the most money in history. Yeah. And look, you know what the worst thing about this? This is still a David Griffin head coach. James Borrego, this is still David Griffin's coach. Ain't that a bitch? This motherfucker left the team and still ended up with his coach. Sorry, motherfucker. They should have let Borrego go to the Knicks. See, that's the thing, too. When Borrego was fired, when David Griffin was fired, by Gail Benson keeping David Griffin to the end of the season, when they did hire James Borrego, when they did hire Joe Dumars, it was too late already into the offseason. By the time because typically executives and people like that get fired during the season. It ain't like the NFL with Black Monday, but motherfuckers like that get fired during the season. That way you hire a person and they got like months and months and months to search for a coach, months to search for new executives and build out the staff. But the fact that they let David Griffin go that whole motherfucking year and get fired at the end of the season is bogus. It's bogus. You say the Knicks wasn't about to hire Borrego. I'm talking about as as an assistant, not as a head coach. Because I honestly don't think any team was looking to hire him as a head coach. I honestly don't. Bruce said Borrego is so bad. This is the healthiest team they've ever been, and we still can't win. The dude's stuck. The dude stinks, bro. He stinks. What's that? Is that like fucking 12 threes for Detroit tonight? How many threes Detroit hit? Detroit has hit 16 threes, I believe. Detroit is shooting 50. Detroit is shooting 53% from beyond the arc. I don't know if it updated yet, but it's showing that they're shooting 53% from beyond the arc. Man. Oh yeah, Dejounte probably still playing because he's not gonna play tomorrow. He probably still playing because he ain't gonna play tomorrow. Wait, say I know y'all love to talk about Antonio Daniels being the next coach, but he be on the forefront of this Herb Jones play style. I know for me, and shout out to Antonio Daniels, but I definitely don't want Antonio Daniels to be the coach. I don't want nobody that's been here to be the coach. I want a total outside audit and evaluation of what needs to change, and then bring in some new people and some new minds. I don't want none of these motherfucking continuity people. I want Corey Brewer gone. I want Casey Hill gone. I want Borrego gone. I want McGuire gone. I want everybody that's on this staff that's been here. Jody Meeks gone. Greg Monroe gone. I want them all gone. They all need to go. They all need to go. All they doing is stealing money. They all need to go. The only motherfucker that should probably still be here is they hired the guy. I think he was like more of a scouting development guy. They hired him from Portland this past offseason. You could keep him because he just got here. But everybody else needs to go. Get this whole staff out of here. This is pathetic. Get them out of here. They suck. Them dudes suck, bro. They suck. It's nepotism. It's weird. It's old New Orleans nepotism. It's like motherfuckers come here to retire. They come here, they kick their feet up, and they just trying to retire. They not serious about winning. They don't give a fuck. All them dudes need to get the fuck on about their business. Clear house. I don't give a fuck who lose their job. Find something else. How much you gonna rob me? You're like, well, if you call the police and I go to jail, I'm gonna be out of a job. So I'm just supposed to let you keep robbing me? I'm supposed to just let you rob me indefinitely because you're gonna be out of job if I make some changes. Man, get the fuck out of here. Pick a new line of work. You need to go. Fuck out of here. Borrego, Casey Hill, Corey Brewer, McGuire, Greg Monroe, Jody Meeks. Everybody, go. Get the fuck on. Call the exterminator. Get these dudes out of here. Motherfucking trash. Dude was awful, bro. Awful. Terrible. Dude, the fuck on out of here, man. Okay, cool. Yeah, man, get this dudes out of here. Yeah, man, get the Dejounte out, man. Get them dudes out of here, bro. Dudes ain't good. Yeah, look, my name Cheddar Chaz, not Charity. Stop playing with me, bitch. Get these dudes out of here. For sure. Yeah, Nola, and what do they think we running? They think we running a rest haven around this bitch? Man, get these dudes out of here. What kind of shit is that? You see, can't believe well, Vulture Mode, you know, Jake sucks dick. And no knock on anyone who sucks dick, but Jake sucks dick. So you can't take what Jake says seriously. And again, look at DeAndre Jordan and Herb on the sideline, joking, horsing around. You just suffered an embarrassing defeat on the road in a game you had a chance to win. No one cares about winning on this team. No one is taking this shit seriously. Like, man, get these dudes out of here, man. This is a joke. These motherfuckers joking and horsing around and playing. It's like, dog, you just got embarrassed. You just got your teeth kicked in. Embarrassed. Y'all started. Y'all are two starters on this team. What kind of example is that setting? You happy and content and joking around and jovial, and you just got your motherfucking teeth kicked in. The opposing team just played yesterday. Several of their best players didn't play tonight. And Cade is injured. And you still got your ass whipped at about 85% health. This is pathetic. This is the DNA that's in this roster. This loser shit. They so used to losing, they content with it. Well, tomorrow we go to Toronto. Man, no, you need to rip the motherfucking all the insulation out this bitch. You need to strip this bitch down to the studs. Fuck that. Get these dudes out of here. Get them out of here. No, indeed. This is pathetic. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing for the fans on the road. Like, damn, this how you represent us on the road? It's your boy XA. 11 to 24 from the free throw line is crazy. Pathetic, bro. There were so many instances where guys missed back-to-back free throws. Zion missed 2 in a row. Sadiq Bey missed 2 in a row. Jeremiah Fierce missed 2 in a row. Carlo missed 2 in a row. Like, how the fuck are you? Derek Queen missed 2 free throws in a row. How the fuck are you missing 2 free throws in a row? Like, what is this? Like, come on, man. They might actually beat the Raptors. They might beat the Raptors money bag. I ain't gonna lie. I just think the Raptors not good. I just think the Raptors kind of suck. But then again, I wouldn't be shocked if the Pelicans went in there and lost by 45 and Tiny Dog dropped 60 points on them. Let me see. Say Cameron. Hey, yo, Weaver, listen to Chaz. Get them out of here. We ain't developed not one damn player. The good players came here good already. Yeah, it's told you, man. It's BYOB. Bring your own bag, dog. Bring your own bag. Yeah, Vulture is like, cause you know, a part of that is just observation. Cause sometimes so much. Oh, Master P gonna be on Nightcap tonight, man. Shout out to Master P. UNO did Master P dirty, dog. Shout out to Master P, man. Much love and respect to Master P, to the Colonel, man. I love what he did for the city and for those young men on that team. Yeah, man, shout out to everybody in the building. Look, man, I know this is a down game, but if you can do me a favor, man, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, consider becoming a member, man. We dropping tonight / tomorrow. But hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. Yeah, but Vulture, you know, to that point, bro, it's kind of like you so with the players, they so used to losing and being in a small market with such few expectations for them. Like tonight, right? They highlighting Derek Queen's double-double. Derek Queen wasn't like god-awful tonight, but he wasn't good either. So, like, I'm not here for no consolation rewards and consolation prizes and participation trophies. I want to win. I'm not with all this showing teeth and playing grab ass and clapping it up and doing all this shit. Man, you had a chance to beat one of the best teams in the league. You cut the game down to 4, and you choked. You know what I'm saying? You choked. The moment was too big for you, and that's happened way too often this season. Happened way too often. Collins too. I forgot to mention Collins. I don't know how I forgot his name. Get him the fuck out of here too. Like, get all of these dudes the fuck out of here. All of these dudes on the first row, on the second row of that bench, get them out of here, man. These dudes are embarrassing. They stealing money. This is money laundering at the highest degree. This is embezzlement at the highest degree. And Lord knows what other crimes that they haven't been convicted of yet. But this is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. This is pathetic. No, indeed. And look at it. They just all happy and jipper. The only motherfucker that looked like they was disappointed with the game tonight was Dejounte Murray. Dejounte Murray walked off the court with the towel over his head. So, you know, he was disappointed by how it went. Just Tweak and say, Chaz, how you feel about Zion staying next year? The caption got me lost. Oh, well, I was saying more so, the caption, or the title rather, was more so asking, will the team continue to view Zion as a 1A option? And I say that based on his usage this year, or lack thereof, him having like the lowest usage of his career, playing a lot of games, but it's like you're playing these games but you're still not winning necessarily, and as the best player, that still falls on you. Like, the coaches are terrible, yes, but as the best player, you have to find a way to get it done, right? So will the team continue to view Zion as that 1A, or will they go out there and look to find a more quote-unquote suitable 1A, or at least 1B, equally talented or more talented? Most of the hustling fans for ticket sales, yeah, facts. I mean, I admire the people that go to those games, man. Cause look, it's like, you're in the city, it's a Wednesday, what else you gonna do, right? Like, you know, I might as well go to the game at home. You know what I'm saying? 8 o'clock game, go out there, chill out, watch another team dominate the Pelicans. Why not, right? But still, they robbing motherfuckers blind, dog, on a real for real. Squallow say they happy for that short trip to Toronto. Time is up. Yeah, them boys about to be high out their mind on that plane. They gonna forget this game as soon as they get on the plane. Vultures Mo say, how can we trust Joe Dumars' next moves with a large part of why we are now is because of him? I don't think any of it is because of him, to be honest, Vulture Mode. I mean, he didn't hire Borrego. He didn't, the only acquisitions he really made was Looney, DeAndre Jordan, Sadiq Bey, and Jordan Poole. This roster pretty much was what it was, you know what I'm saying? And Borrego he kind of inherited Willie Green and Borrego. I don't really think he has much to do with this roster being it is where it's at now at all, honestly. I don't really think Dumars and Weaver have much to do with this, honestly. Now, the Derek Queen thing is a total different conversation. That trade is a total different conversation. Not Derek Queen specifically, but that trade is a total different conversation. Squallow said, do you think DQ can beef up and develop into a discount Kevin Love? I don't think so. But Vulture, what does that have to do with them being where they are now, aside from him trading that pick? Because him trading the pick ain't the reason the team bad. And the team still own all their future picks, but that ain't the reason the team bad. Squallow said, do you think DQ can beef up and be a discount Kevin Love? Nah, I think Kevin Love just had an incredible motor. Kevin Love used to average like 20 fucking rebounds. He was just getting 20 rebounds like consistently at one point. I think Kevin Love used to do push-ups on his knuckles and he fucked his hands up real bad. If Kevin Love ain't have all them injuries, I think Kevin Love would have been like a top guy as well. No, I don't think Derek can do that. I think Derek, the absolute 100% 1,000 best case scenario would be Sengun. I don't think he reaches that. I think a more realistic goal would be a fringe starter. I think he's a fringe starter. That's what I really think about Derek moving forward. But kind of like a Nash Reed equivalent, because I just think about some of the things that he I just think about some of the things that he can actually fix and some of the things that he can't fix. Like, he can fix his motor, but he's not going to really get taller. He can get stronger, I guess, but he's not going to necessarily get faster. I don't think, what up with Jazilla? I don't think the way he plays right now is a result of him having fatigue, or I don't even think it's necessarily motor in some instances. I just think he's lacking so much athletically that he would have to be one of the most cerebral players ever. Like, he would have to be extremely cerebral and extremely efficient shooting the ball, and I don't know if he gets to that point. Like, you know, I just don't know. Yeah, big time. But if it was more fans in the arena, they absolutely need to boo these motherfuckers. He start bringing signs to the game again. Pelican Nola said, JB, you have 7 more games left in Nola. They should have fired his ass off the rip. Just let Collins coach the rest of the season. Let Collins and Casey Hill coach the rest of the season. C-Pine said, why do the Pelicans want Sadiq Bey to be the face of the team so badly? I don't think that's necessarily the case. I just think they have a terrible, like, for example, Sadiq Bey trying to get paid. Dejounte trying to get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys out there playing for their next contract a lot of the times. And I think the coaching staff is so hands off that whoever touched the ball, be it Sadiq Bey, be it Herb, be it Fears, whoever touched the ball, they can just shoot it with impunity. Like, it's no like, come over here, what are you doing? No one's gonna be yelled at or discouraged from shooting the ball. That's kind of just everybody, truthfully. That's kind of everybody, truthfully, across the board, in my opinion. Yeah, I see that Magic go forward. It's a close ass game. See, Pelicans don't want Sadiq to be. Yeah, I don't think that's the case. Also, you say Sadiq can get a good shot, more freak, but see, that's the thing. Just tweaking. I know, like, with Sadiq, and I like Sadiq, man, but Sadiq is not like a wildly efficient player. Sadiq is like a volume shooter. Like, he got to shoot the ball he got to shoot the ball 18 times to get like 18 points a lot of times. So it'll be different. Like tonight, Sadiq had 17 points on 15 shots, and that's including free throws. So like he not like a wildly efficient player. It's not a wildly effective way to play. They just play that way because they suck. Like, honestly, I mean, it kind of just is what it is, you know, in my opinion. And I like Sadiq Bey. Louisiana Gal said DeMar DeRozan got 33, 6, and 11. Boy, that old man hooping. Shout out to him. Old in NBA years. Of course, DeMar not old, but old in NBA years. And it's a 2-point game, y'all. It is a 2-point game. It's a 2-point game. Whoa, what's good with you, Jaden? What's good, Jaden? All good, homie. Look, shout out to Desmond Bane. Desmond Bane went down, made both of his motherfucking free throws. Let's see how that game end real quick, y'all. Let's wrap into this game end. See how that go. We already know the player grades. I probably give Zion a B-. I give Jeremiah Fizz a C. I'm giving everybody else an F. Everybody else got an F. No, I'd probably give Herb a C. C-. Everybody else got an F. All right, so look. Orlando, they won that game. So, bro lives another day. Mosley. They might fire his ass anyway, though. Like, yeah, it was too close for comfort. All right, yo, let's go to the player grades again. Let's be serious about the player grades. If you're in the building, hit the like button. Let's go through it. All right, Sadiq Bey, 7 for 15 from the field, 7 and 3 from beyond the free throw. From beyond the arc. 0 for 2 from the free throw line. 1 rebound. Goddamn. 1 rebound, 3 assists, 3 steals, 2 turnovers, 17. I'm gonna give Sadiq Bey a D. Zion, 8 for 13 from the field, 5 and 9 from the free throw line, but he missed 4. Yeah, man. 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 turnovers, 1. I'm gonna give Zion a B-. Yeah, give him B-. DeAndre Jordan shouldn't have played, though. Like, DeAndre Jordan just shouldn't have played. Yeah, the Hornets beat the Knicks, man. The Hornets for real. Especially since they got Kobe White. The Hornets are for real. I don't think the Knicks are very good. I don't think the Knicks are very good. Yeah, you did say that, Elvin. Look, I thought the Pelicans could have beat this. Could have beat Detroit. They cut it to 4, but DeAndre Jordan, I give him you got to get an F. DeAndre Jordan got an F. Yeah, I like Malik Monk, man. Malik Monk would have really helped the championship caliber team out. So let's say Herb Jones, 4 for 10 from the field, 3 for 6 from beyond the 3-point line, 4 assists, no rebounds, 11 points. I'm gonna give Herb Jones. I'm gonna give Herb a D. Dejounte Murray, this is an F. Before I even read the stat line, this is a motherfucking F. Dejounte Murray, 5 for 15, 0 for 3 from 3-point line, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 5 turnovers, 12 points. Dejounte got an F. Dejounte got a straight up fucking F. He got. I wish there was. He might have an E. To be honest, he might have an E. He was bad. Eve Messi, 1 for 3. 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 fouls. More fouls than points. Eve Messi, you have an F. Whoa, Steve Ponce from New York. I thought I'm not bought in with the Knicks. Yeah, they got too many. The perimeter guys just totally underperforming, man. What the fuck is going on with Michael and Hart and OG? It's totally underperforming. But Brunson's still a monster, though. Shout out to Brunson. Jeremiah Fears, another good game for him. 5 for 10. 0 for 3 from beyond the arc. All his threes, he missed from the same spot with all of his 3-point attempts from that left wing. All 3-point attempts missed from the same spot. 3 for 6 from the free throw line. You got to clean that up. 6 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 steal. I'm going to give Jeremiah Fears, man. I'm going to have to give Fears a B-, man. I'm going to have to give Fears a B-, dog. I thought Fears was out there balling, bro. I got to give him a B-. I thought he was balling. I thought he was balling, man. I thought he was a big reason that they cut the lead down to 4. Derek Queen. Derek Queen, 5 for 13 from the field, 0 for 2 from beyond the arc, 1 for 3 from the free throw line, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 turnovers. I'm going to give Derek Queen I'm going to give him a D. I give him a D. To me, I probably could give him. I probably could give him an F, but I'm gonna give him a D. Carlo, 4 for 8 from the field, 0 for 3 from beyond arc, 0 for 2 for the free throw line. Carlo, you ain't do shit. I'm gonna give you a D-. Micah Peavy, he didn't really play, so incomplete. James Borrego, you got an F. You got an F. You got a fucking Z, actually. Motherfucker got a Z. He was terrible. That dude is terrible, though. I don't like anything about his coaching style. I don't know him personally. I know he do some scumbag shit behind the scenes, but he got a Z. He is fucking terrible. He didn't show up to class. You need to expel this motherfucker. Y'all remember on the Lion King 2? Not 1, on the Lion King 2, when the dude was like, exile! Because Simba thought they set him up. He like, exile! And he was like, deception, disgrace. He asks for trouble the moment he can. I want this dude Borrego exiled. He fucking stinks. I don't know what I gotta do to get this man banned from the building. Lala say why Trey ain't played. He missed the game. I think he probably play tomorrow, and he'll probably play in place of Dejounte. Cause he had an ankle. I did not see that injury happen. Maybe it happened, in practice or something, but I didn't see that injury happen. So he'll probably play tomorrow. The whole Pelicans, the whole staff, they just stealing money, dog. I told you I talked to somebody. I don't want to say who camp they in, but I talked to somebody behind the scenes, and they were just like, this staff, they don't care. They just lollygagging. Dog. JKL, I'm going to try to do it tomorrow. I'll try to do the stream tomorrow, man. Because we only got a few games left, so I don't really want to miss no more games. So I'll probably do the stream tomorrow. I'll probably be here tomorrow. Man, though, how is Borrego still here? What the fuck? Come on, man. But yeah, y'all, man, I appreciate everybody rocking with us, man. Again, I ain't heard Jarrell Charles music in a long time, y'all. But y'all, man, hit the like button, man. I appreciate everybody rocking. We got the membership episode going up tonight. If y'all don't join the stream tomorrow, man, have a safe weekend. Pelicans fall again. So the Pelicans are now, let's see what the record is, bro. Pelicans are now, oh my God. Nola just said, what up, Poole? What up, Poole? We could have played. What up, Poole? We could have played, I guess, if he would have. I guess Nola J is saying if Poole played, we could have won. Who knows? Say Trey didn't play and Poole didn't get in. Nope, Lala. Trey didn't play and Poole still didn't get in the game. Your boy Giannis will deport himself before he played for the Pelicans, D. Giannis will be like, yes, that's it. I decided to play for the Greek national team. I'm very happy to be here. I forego the rest of my NBA contract in my obligations to how do you say, be a patriot for my home country. Yeah, Giannis will get the fuck out of here before he come play for the Pelicans. Pelicans fall to 25-48, if I'm not mistaken. Keep in mind that they inherited 2 of those wins. So Borrego is 23-38 on the season, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's 23-38 on the season. He need to pop his ass. Never mind. I was about to say with a 38, but never mind. He is terrible. Get this guy out. He stinks. He's trash. But I'm gonna end the show on a positive note, man. Appreciate all y'all support. Y'all be safe out there. I'll catch y'all next time, man. 27-50.